Tesla. Let me know if my audio is coming in clear, or if you're watching on the replay or on the live stream. 11:49. This is not even high of day, believe it or not. 11:69 was. Hopefully, we can hit high of day again here, folks. I woke up not too long ago. I've got my coffee now, so hopefully this helps. And I see the chat's flowing in. Aaron, how's it going? Sean, Anthony, Think, Real, Jeff, Mike, Brian. Yes, Brian says I already get the Mandarin juice going. I'll get some of the juju going in a second, probably. Antonio, how's it going? I'll get the jujus going in a little bit. I'm just gonna have my coffee first. I did not anticipate really. Morning, guys. I didn't anticipate going live this early, to be quite honest. But on a day like today, you just have to do it, right? You just have to do it. Edward, how's it going? Mo, hey, Troy, how's it going? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. City, state, country, whatever it might be. What a volatile day. Like it's just nuts. And SPY, look at SPY. We had a pretty big dump right around 15, 20 minutes ago now. Qs, same thing. Not entirely sure what led to this dump. VIX is going up. Not ideal to see. Yields are quite high on the day, 5% up. So that's something to watch for in terms of narrative. Stockholm, Sweden, Toronto, New York, Raleigh, Edmonton, Austria, Sweden. Are you not entertained? I'm entertained, man. Just like The Rock. Hey, Ashu from Austria. Very nice. Vero Beach, Florida. Very nice. Florida's the best. Ryan, how's it going? Roger from South Carolina. How's it going? Taiwan. Perfect timing at 11 p.m. Oh man, trading must be crazy for you in Asia. I just realized, right? Actually might be beneficial. Good morning from Australia. Oh, we got Kabul, Afghanistan. Very nice. Australia, LA, Virgin Islands. There we go. Folks, we are rallying on the news of the cities. Let's go. 11:53 for all my audio listeners. India, UK, Vancouver, BC. Hey, we got a local. Welcome, neighbor. Are we hitting 1200 today, says Mo. Let me know in the chat. Chat, let me know your guesses as to what we end the day today at. Throw it in there. This is the official contest, okay? There's no way I can probably keep track of all the chats that probably are to come in, but at least we have a record of them. Okay, 11:55 sitting on Tesla. And you guys know I love looking at options order flow. Let's do that for a hot second here. Let me just pull it up. Options order flow allows us to dictate, or allows us to have a narrative as to what the stock might do. We're rallying, folks. 11:56, 11:50, 11:93, 11:60. Okay, some guesses here. Hey, Lewis coming with the 12:10. I like it. In terms of options order flow today, the algo flow is not massively strong at the moment. This is TradyTix, as you guys know, sponsor of the channel. Link is in the description for if you want a 1 week trial for $7. But the algo flows are strong to match the move up, but we're not seeing algo flows really go above and beyond what the stock price is currently. We are 11:54 sitting on Tesla. This is going to be a wild stream. Vincent says guessing 1180 as a strong resistance. Okay, I'm going to take my first sip of coffee for the morning. Oh, okay. It tastes weird. I like it. Alrighty. Basil, how's it going? Phil Lobo's talking. All right, let's pull up what he is saying here.
The run rate, and this is important, it now tops 1 million vehicles. That means that their production rate has topped 1 million vehicles, did that in the fourth quarter. And if that's going to be the case, that's why many believe they're going to be delivering well over 1 million vehicles in 2022. As you take a look at shares of Tesla, Deutsche Bank, RBC, JP Morgan, they've all raised their estimates for the fourth quarter. Don't be surprised if you see other analysts following in line. Haven't seen a whole lot of changes in terms of price targets at this point. Remember, Elon Musk, when the company reports its fourth quarter results, guys, which are expected later this month or early in February. It is also expected that he will give an update in terms of where things stand with a number of products. The Cybertruck is going to get the most attention, but does he also give us a better clarity or greater clarity when it comes to new models and when we might see those unveiled or introduced? Those are the things that people will be focused on over the next several weeks heading into that report from Tesla.
Phil, it's David. You know, as we begin this new year, I wonder, are there any estimates in terms of a percentage of new vehicle sales that will be EV? Obviously, I'm not just thinking Tesla here.
Yeah.
I noted the sales numbers
Right.
from many of the Chinese EV makers were quite strong for December. Do we have an idea what that number
Right.
might be?
We don't know what the total number is going to be for EV sales for last year. Worldwide, it's about 3 to 4%, somewhere in that range. That's the expectation for 2021. Here in the United States, David, the expectation is that in 2022, about 4.5% of the vehicles sold, all vehicles, will be electric vehicles. Now, that number is likely going to go up just a little bit. That percentage might go closer to 5%, but not dramatically higher than that. We're just starting to see a number of these automakers ramp up their production. Now, Tesla can ramp up production quicker than others, but in terms of the established automakers, especially here in the United States, they're still getting their gigafactories, their own personal gigafactories, and their battery production up to scale. So we're not going to see a dramatic shift in terms of raising estimates on EV sales for this year here in the United States.
Okay. Phil, thank you. Phil LeBeau. Let's turn now to the latest around Omicron with the daily average of new cases.
All right, let's move on. So what's interesting, and I've said this already on Twitter, is I think this is well, the start of the move is really going to be today is the start of the move, but the continuation of the move I think is going to be interesting for a couple of reasons. One is because I think we're going to see analysts like we have already today. I just saw on a Discord KGI adjust price target from 1,000 to 1,480, maintaining outperform. We're going to see kind of a snowball effect, I think, of analysts having to come out and to up their price targets on Tesla for the the sure reason is if you're an analyst, let's say hypothetically, and you had projected out 250,000 cars for the quarter, or 260, who knows, something low, and then now Tesla comes out at 308, you have to be able to at least speak to what might have went wrong in the projection. So I think what might happen is we might see a lot of overzealous analysts perhaps stepping over each other to be the highest on the street or to be way more bullish than they were, so they don't take a lot of flack. Like this is kind of what we saw 12 months ago in January 2021 when Tesla did 500,000 cars for the year, and then we saw essentially all these analysts having to it felt like every day there was upgrades coming out. Who remembers that? Does anyone remember that? 12 months ago, like that beginning of the January, it might have even been end of December, but it just felt like every day there was a couple new price target upgrades. So like often, right? Troy says he remembers. It's mind you, January 12 months ago was different, right? A little bit. S&P inclusion had just happened. Tracking funds might have been wanting to come equal weight. I made a bunch of videos on that back then. So we don't have that exogenous effect right now in the stock, mind you. But folks, we're up literally $94 today. We were up 20 more bucks from where we're at right now. 100, let's call it rounding up, 120 bucks was high of day up on the day. 120 bucks, right? That's huge. I forget what the live stream, you guys remember that live stream that I did? That was our $1 trillion live stream plus $1,000 break for the first time. How much were we up that day? Let me just pull that up. That first original day when we were up, I think we were up from 951 to 1,046. So call it $100. We were up that day, right? The first time that we broke 1,000. We're pretty much up the same amount today. Look at the gap that we've created now. So let's see how macro holds up. Macro is actually pretty decent. This is the 5-minute graph for the S&P. Yeah, we had that morning sell-off, but really it's coming back up. We're actually green again. So something to watch for there. Got an Apple alert this morning from Traditex. I got this alert, posted it in our Discord from Traditex right pretty much at market open. I think the stock was at 179. And check this out. Apple's up 2%. Huge. Whenever Apple is up on the day, it's going to be a good day for the markets usually. Um, you rarely have a big market day without something like Apple running. Paul says Tom Brady day was bigger. It's so funny that you said that, and then I quite honestly know exactly what you're talking about. You can almost surmise everything into Tom Brady day, right? Like the day the Hurts news came out. That's awesome. A lot of Let's Go Mary chats. Chat, you guys are hilarious. Hold on, let me just make sure everything's good here. I'm watching the options order flow. Amazing Adam says hope plants open up this week. Ooh, yes. I mean, Deutsche Bank raises its price target now. If Berlin and Austin news comes on top of this, huge. I think didn't we already get Austin news technically last week when they said that they're going to start producing Model Ys this week? Was that unofficially official? Oh, I guess that was from Joe Tegmeyer, right? But did that hit the mainstream headlines? Don't think it did it? Thanks for watching, folks, by the way, and just subscribing. Everyone that's joining the Juju gang. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're enjoying the content. Nope, you guys are saying no, I didn't. That was from Joe. So when does mainstream media run with that news? Nope. You guys are saying he heard online this week. Thank you, solid. Joe has a reliable source. I'm sure he does. So if that news comes out, and I saw a lot of guesses, I think the highest price guess I saw in chat might have been like 1,300. I think someone said. No, Paul says 1,250 for their closing price guess. 1,250, I'll take that. $100 up more than right now. Folks, volume is in. Rich says, does this officially make clear that institutions aren't factoring in the new plants? I mean, you got to ask yourself ask yourself this: if Tesla deliveries were at 308,000 for the quarter, huge, right? Made a video about that. But Wall Street consensus was at 265. Whisper number was at max 285. Still 23,000. I think the highest whisper number was 292. The highest whisper number, okay? 292, not even 3. And our results, Tesla results came in at 308. What is it that they aren't projecting in that number? And on top of that, I would give a lot more slack, let's say, if Berlin and Austin numbers were in there, and so it made it confusing for them to project one time on that. I think it's pretty clear that they're not projecting very many cars out of there. Grocery stores nationwide are experiencing massive Juju shortages this morning, says Adam. Adam, I agree. I bought some Jujus last night. I tweeted about it. And I should have bought a couple more packs. I'm not eating a Juju right now. I will peel one just for the sake of us and the stock. 1150 sitting on Tesla, folks. Quite the consolidation today. Jason says, how many cinnamon buns did you eat over the weekend? The gods are with us. Absolutely. The Juju gods are with us. I had no cinnamon buns, unfortunately, but I did have I bought a pastry. I forget what it was. Oh, I had a croissant. I had a croissant this weekend. Does that count? How's it going, Great American? Okay, let's zoom out. Let's zoom out for a hot second. Hourly graph. I'm gonna keep the after hours on for a hot second. Hourly graph on Tesla looks pretty strong. 1152 currently sitting on Tesla. Let's try to find some sort of resistance levels to talk about for a hot second. So remember, I said 1180, the high of the candle here. The close of the candle was 1163. We experienced some resistance there. 1200 is pretty much the next level to look at after 1150s. As we sit here currently, we are how far away from all-time highs? Let's do some quick. Well, it's pretty much $100, isn't it? Yash, what are you doing? It's $100. Yeah, I know. We're about 8% rounding up, 8% away from all-time highs as we currently sit here at the moment. So really not that far away. I think it's good, decent to consolidate. Our 9 EMA on the 5 minute, we are pretty much holding. So it's good to see that. Although we are seeing some top tick candles here on the 1 minute. It's just this sell off was probably entirely macro induced, plus some profit taking. If you were trading Tesla this morning, the way that Tesla trades usually on really big bull run days is not like right now. What we usually see is Tesla gap up, sell off in the first 10 minutes, maybe half an hour, and then rally for the rest of the day as it traps the shorts. Today is a special day in the sense that this is quite honestly probably the biggest beat that Tesla's had in terms of deliveries. So a little bit different here. And on top of that, I think a lot of front running for earnings happening right now. Vern, how's it going? The competition is coming, says Mo. Victoria says the entire macro market was red during that time. Yeah, it red, if not flat, I think is what I saw it. But yeah, still, hey, folks, we're up 9.3% on the day today. Not huge. By the way, I already made this announcement. I'll remind everyone again. Tom Nash is coming on the channel tomorrow. Hit subscribe, hit like if you want to be, if you want to see that collab. Tomorrow, I'll be live streaming with Tom at 12:30 Pacific, and we'll be talking Tesla. But whatever other questions you have, feel free to shoot them my way, and I can put them together. It'll be fun. Wow, someone says I got my vodka ready. Oh my god. All right. Taking a coffee sip on that. Oh. Okay, so 2022 is going to be massive. I think a big portion of the conversation needs to be when Berlin is going to come online. I think it's probably safe to assume Austin goes online, barring any, barring the rumor or barring any negative news. The rumor tells us Austin is probably online this week. Who knows? But Berlin is really the one to watch, in my opinion. When Berlin does come online, I think we're going to see a huge inventory kind of sitting there. Free Kekistan says, "Happy birthday, bro." Thank you, but it's not my birthday. But I appreciate it. I don't know. Avenge says, "Are you still in those Uber calls?" No, I sold the Uber calls on the Friday stream. I think. Of course. I sold them on the Friday stream to fund some Tesla lottos. So I guess it worked out. But of course, I sell the day before. Uber's up 3%. Thanks for asking. Victoria says Austin this week or early next. So kind of the two major factors is the faster we can get these factories online, the higher consensus has to be, in my opinion, for fiscal year 2022 deliveries. I'm gonna pull up Twitter for a hot second. See chat. Let's see here. Gonzalo says, "Thanks for doing this early bird juju stream, Yashi. What are your thoughts on lottos this week? 3-day rule in effect. I'm still holding for now." I'm kind of the opinion that the 3-day rule applies less to delivery numbers. We've seen it in the past apply less to delivery numbers, but I think the 3-day rule is more important to me when we have something to digest that's more heavy. With delivery and production numbers, it's just two numbers, right? Other than that, there's not really much to parse. Maybe the lease rate. That's it. I mean, for the most part, that's it, right? So Wall Street can already kind of have their projections set based on those two numbers. When you come out with something like an earnings report, there's so much to parse through, right? What was EPS? Was there any dilution? What's forward guidance on factories? How's the balance sheet changed? Did they pay off, certain loan? Like there's so much more, right? And so 3-day rule might take more of an effect there. But with production delivery, I'm more of the belief that these are kind of easier numbers for funds to parse through. And so that's evidently, I think, why we're seeing the move today rather than 3 days from now. James, how's it going? James says, "Don't forget to hit that like button. I appreciate that." Let me pull up Twitter. pull it up. I pulled up this Morgan Stanley note as well. I didn't get to read this yet. Morgan Stanley on fourth quarter Tesla deliveries. This is from David Tyar. Good follow for all the institutional notes on Twitter. And I can't really zoom in on this thing. Let me just try to read it. Number one, three key thoughts from Morgan Stanley regarding Tesla deliveries, and their title is 2 million units possible for 2022? Question mark. That's huge. Number one, it's not just the unit beat, but the favorable economics from reducing the proportion of vehicles coming out of Fremont. While not disclosed by the company, we estimate, Morgan Stanley, there to be as high as a 2,000 basis point gross margin differential between Fremont and Shanghai. The opening of Berlin and Austin plants offers an opportunity to achieve higher gross margins. Huge. Okay. So they're bullish on China. Number two, beyond unit volume, we expect the ultimate direction of Tesla shares in fiscal year 2022 will be driven by the ramp in economics of Berlin and Austin. Pretty much what we're saying, folks, here. Commercialization of the 4680 structural pack, commercialization of the more audacious applications of the GigaPress, and further geographic expansion. I don't know about geographic expansion, but the rest makes sense. In addition, we believe investors will soon be made aware of the more new product intros, eventually rounding out a portfolio that expands from the introduction of the compact, Cybertruck, SUV, rideshare, final mile commercialization, and other vehicle categories over the coming years. Number three, their key point for 2022. We think 2022 is a year where Tesla can begin to, quote, perform, unquote, like a Terra cap. The Tesla we see today, even with 308,000 unit fourth quarter result, largely reflects the, quote, pre-COVID Tesla that was more operating on a shoestring budget and yet to deliver consistent profit and cash flow. I don't know if that's fair to say, but okay. We think that in 2022, investors will witness the emergence of a different Tesla organism from a self-inflicted struggle. Okay, interesting. Conclusion. So can Tesla do 2 million cars this year? At this point, we'd still describe 2 million as a stretch target, but one that looks far more realistic after this delivery count. We believe that fully ramped, the addition of Berlin and Austin will take Tesla globally installed capacity closer to 3 million units rather than 2.5. Huge. Consider that today the company is annualizing 1.23 units, 1.23 million. We believe both Berlin and Austin are designed to significantly be higher capacity than either Fremont or Shanghai. However, given continued supply chain issues, we would apply a reasonable degree of caution to the pace of ramp for both new factories this year. Fair. Regardless, it appears that demand is not going to be a problem. Boom. Morgan Stanley with the hot note. Damn. Morgan Stanley with some fire on that note. Pretty much agree with what Morgan Stanley is saying. Albeit, some parts are funny, like how they say that Tesla is still acting a little bit like pre-COVID right now. I think what they're saying, a little bit insinuating, perhaps, but reading between the lines there, is I think they're trying to say that Tesla is not spending enough and still worried about cost rather than growing at all costs. I think that's what they're trying to insinuate there. Bill says, so Morgan Stanley thinks the stock will be flat. Well, on this, there's the price target. Yeah, the price target is 1,200 still. That's the funny part. Hey, Michael, welcome to Patreon. Hopefully you pop up here in the alert box, but welcome to the Juju Gang. I catch you on the Discord. Feel free to connect your Patreon account to our Discord server and catch you in there. Nathan says, what website is he using? Are you talking about this? This is Weeble. I was on Twitter before. If you're talking about those institutional notes, there you go. If you're talking about those institutional notes, you're probably not going to be able to get those unless you have, some sort of inside connection into a lot of these funds to get the full note. JJ says, heard someone just made a $41.5 million bet on 1,200 calls that expire this Friday. Well, JJ, we can verify if that is in fact the case. Let's pull up live options order flow for Tesla and let's see what Tesla's got going on. Again, this is Traditex. Okay, so I'm filtering out for Tesla on here. let's do calls that are bought, and let's see what's bought here. So we have 145. Okay, well, not this week. We had a wow. We had a $4.5 million call. I don't know if it was a sweep, but it was bought at the ask. So I'm not sure what the difference entirely there is for February. 1200 strike. We got a 1550 strike, $1.5 million calls bought at the ask. 722. So 2 minutes ago. Wow. We're getting some flow coming in. Actually, this is like happening right now. We're seeing a lot. Hold on. Let me just take off everything and just put Tesla. Oh wow, yeah, okay. So you know what? These are part of some spread. So I think it's important to look at this. So this person bought, where is it? This person bought 1200 calls at the ask for 4.5, and then sold, probably the same person, 1300 strikes for a month later. So kind of creating like a calendar debit spread of sorts. So it's interesting. Still, we're seeing a lot of call flow. And again, if you don't want to parse through all this sort of stuff, Traditex has it all together in an algo flow chart. And I'll pull that up. Kind of just does the arithmetic for us to figure out how the flows are looking. So flows are currently, let me just zoom in here on the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, looking pretty much flat. On the 1 minute, a little bit higher than the current stock price right now. So 1152 currently sitting on Tesla. Okay, let's see here. Rob says, Yash, I think the LFP had a lot to do with the beat. Many are sleeping on the huge LFP effect. LFP's huge. Yeah, totally agree. I guess hopefully we'll get more insight on that. Messi, respect for Montreal. Thank you. And I see that you have a Habs profile pic. I feel bad, but it's okay. I'm a Canucks fan, so I don't have any moral high ground. Red Mercy says, bought at the ask means that they want the call ASAP, willing to buy price. Yeah, I know that, but the what I'm trying to highlight here is sometimes what you'll see with options order flow is sweeps, right? And so, for example, any of these that you see here, right? Calls sweeping at the ask. So sometimes Traditex doesn't put sweeps next to the ask. And so for those, I kind of wonder, is it just not multi-order exchange routing that they're filtering out as not a sweep now? So those are the questions I kind of have. But yes, regardless, at the ask, bullish being bought for those calls. We're seeing a lot of call flow coming in just on the market. Look how fast call flows are coming in. So maybe just pull this up. 1152 currently sitting on Tesla. Bishop says, any sign Elon sold at 10? I don't think Elon is selling anymore. If you're talking about this dip that we saw this morning, this was macro related. Yeah, Mo says product roadmap. What do you think it'll consist of? So if you don't know, Elon has come out on Twitter and said that he's going to be coming on the earnings call. He's going to be coming on the earnings call this quarter and giving us a product roadmap. And so I think a lot of Tesla bulls are excited. Chat, let me know what you guys think. What do you think Elon will be highlighting in this product roadmap? I think it's going to be probably something around the $25,000 model car. That's my guess. That's just my guess. Because at the end of the day, that's the next product that they have to come out with. Red Mercy says definitely Cybertruck. Yeah, that's true. We haven't gotten any news, have we, out of Cybertruck? Like we definitely overdue for sure. Agreed. I think with the Cybertruck though, it's just kind of a wait. What is it? Wait 6 months and it'll start being delivered kind of story. But yeah, I think getting some updates on that. But product roadmap wise, I think Elon's talking bigger, right? So 25,000 probably has to be part of that equation of what he's going to talk about. So we'll see. Michael says, you think Elon will fulfill? Michael, Elon's done selling. He said as much, right? So yeah, I don't think Elon will be having any Form 4s coming out anytime soon, in my opinion. Raptor says semi Cybertruck. Semi big one for sure. Hey, did those semis ever get delivered to PepsiCo? Chat, let me know if that's true. I don't know if they ever got delivered to PepsiCo. Sanju, how's it going? Lewis says, I don't believe him. At least his timeline, at least his time frame. His timeline, you have to discount for Elon time. It is what it is. FSD roadmap. Ryan, that's true. Although Elon has already said that he thinks that FSD will be up this year, right? But to be fair, he said that in 2019 about 2020, I think, right? So Melly says Texas production starts this week. That's what the rumor is from those who know, apparently. Stefan, how's it going? Good to see you up this early. Bolt's been skidding. The Canucks are on a roll, man. Digital says never heard of confirmation on the Pepsi semi. That's what I thought. Yeah. Margins on semi. I don't know what the margins on semi are, to be honest. But here's the thing: Tesla can charge whatever they want for the semi currently. There's not very many competitors. John says, "What about the phone?" I don't know what it is, but what's up with John? This is definitely not directed towards you, but what's up with everyone talking about the phone? Was there like a memo I missed? Tesla will not be coming out with a phone, in my opinion, ever. I don't know where this news is coming from. Like, did it go viral on Twitter or something? Because I definitely missed it. I've seen a lot of people talking about the Tesla phone. Martin said, I think Elon is trolling Apple. 100%. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I think too. I don't know. Did I miss something? I may have missed something. Kanal says one YouTube video got like 2. Oh, okay. So it went viral on YouTube. Okay. Hey, I never got served those on my homepage. So there it is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. 2 million views for that? That's crazy. Maybe I should have a Tesla phone video and it just be 5 seconds and it's just me saying Tesla will not be making a phone. End of video. Yeah, people just like to talk about it for sure. That makes sense. I 100% agree with Martin. I think Tesla and a bunch of people saying in this in the chat, I think Tesla Elon is just trolling with Apple. This is Weeble. Just do a 5-second video. Yeah, I know. Raptor saying, Rob said last video that gamma squeeze is possible if people front run earnings. Let's hope. Well, that's definitely the hope. I sold off my lottos that were expiring this week. That I was bag holding when I was telling you guys that. I'm still holding next week's 1250s. I bought those for 7, I think, on stream. What was it, last Friday or whatever, Thursday or whatever it was? Actually, I think it was Friday. Those were trading as high as $25 this morning. They're currently sitting at 20. I mean, we're still seeing pretty good strength here. 1155 currently sitting on 1156 currently sitting on Tesla. We're slowly but steadily going back up. Anoop says I'd watch a 5-second video. Yeah, I know. I had some funny ideas for some 5-second videos, but those are just Tesla those are just YouTube shorts now. So Tim says, will Q4 earnings see some impact of car price throughout the year? Yes, I think so, but I think more so in Q1 and Q2, but definitely. Also, Tim says discussion that Tesla will capture deferred revenue from previous losses. Yes, James Stevenson was on Dave Lee's channel last night and was talking about that, about how Tesla has some sort of deferred revenue, deferred tax credits that they can take, kind of an all or nothing thing, and that might come into play this quarter. It could be a huge beat earnings per share wise. Now, Matt Smith, who has come on the channel from Good Soil, awesome Twitter follow as well, he said that like you got to back that out. It's a one-time thing, right? Maybe they get a tax credit, maybe they get deferred revenue from FSD at some point this year, but analysts will back that out. But the fair point that he says is if you're going to back that out, you never put it back in to start with. So check out the volume. Yeah, volume is 12.42 million shares traded on the day so far. So there's that. Let me just pull up flows for a hot second and see how flows are looking at. Some call sweeps at the bid. 2,400 strike. for April of 2022. Interesting. There we go. Anything, let's do anything with over $1 million of volume. Let's see what we got here. So about 10 minutes ago, we saw some put sweeps for 1260 strike for this week. Interesting. 1260. These are in the money, mind you. So let's filter out. That's what I love. I can filter however I kind of want. I can save that filter as well. I'm going to save this as up the money plus 1 mil. So I don't have to keep doing this. No special characters are allowed. Save that. Okay. That's like, folks, like huge options volume today on Tesla. Like this is massive. It's a massive premium day on Tesla. I'm just gonna pull up what the total options volume is so far in the day. Like this is huge. On our Discord, we have a little options bot that many will use. I'll try to pull it up here. For context, and as I've tried to pull it up here, 7 minutes into the trading day, we had already had $125 million worth of options premium. That was 7 minutes into the day. By far the highest call premium in the market. What software are you using? That was TradyTix that I was pulling up the options order flow. Link in the description. Yeah, Rob says, you still working on your girl for Tesla wrap? She does not. You guys know I've been trying to convince Avi about the matte black wrap. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think if it would have happened, it would have happened by now. Matte black, would be repetitive. We ordered a black car for that purpose, but there's something about matte. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll just come home with it. I actually have a buddy who has a wrapping service and tinting service here in Canada. So yeah. John says, what is 2mm? 2mm is million. There's a huge debate with mm versus m on million. For the record, I'm mm. So m means 1,000. So putting mm together is 1,000 times 1,000 million, right? So I'm technically team mm. Although you will catch me using just m sometimes, but I like denoting it million with mm. You didn't get the SpaceX wheels? Oh, I don't know. What are the hold on, SpaceX wheels? What is that? I googled SpaceX wheels and I got the Hot Wheels die casting. I don't have the Hot Wheels one. I've got this one. Actually, it kind of looks similar. This is the Model 3, the one that was given as a gift at delivery by Tesla. SpaceX wheels, Tesla. Let's do Model 3. I don't have these wheels. I have the Aero wheels. I kind of like these wheels better, to be honest. But I don't think they do much for efficiency. 1153 currently sitting on Tesla. Dan says orange wrap it. Or I'm just going around town with an orange. You know what? Some people could pull it off. I don't know if I could pull off the orange car. I don't know. I'm not saying it's not a good look. If you have an orange car, respect to you. I just think you need a certain personality to be able to pull that off. Like you need to be able to get out of your car and address the amount of fans that you're going to have for this orange car. I don't know. I don't really like getting into a lot of conversations in public. Like if who knows? Someone's asking, Yesh, can we get Gary Black on your show to understand the mindset of hedge funds? I've sent him a DM. I've tweeted at him. A bunch of you guys liked it as well last month, but no reply. No reply on Gary Black's side. But if one of you guys, if the Juju Gang wants Gary Black on, tweet at me, tag him, let him know, and I can retweet him. Happy to do that, and we can get him on. Troy says he just tagged me on Twitter. Okay, let me pull this up. Ooh, wow. Look at these SpaceX wheels. Dang. So basically, are these the stock, and then someone's just added a little F9 in there, or are these quite literally from? This can't be from SpaceX. These are nice. How much are these? Interesting. These must be custom or something. 1152 currently sitting on Tesla stock. Matte orange. A orange decal on the hood. Okay, I can get on board with that. Orange is the new black. Anoop says, definitely try Dave Lee. Dave Lee will be coming on. He's already been on the channel. Dave Lee, I remember I asked you guys last week, let me know who you guys would want to have on the channel for earnings. So if you don't know, earnings will be end of this month likely, or the earnings call. Earnings call is usually 2:30 p.m. Pacific, usually. So from 12 to 1, as the market is having its power hour for the last hour, I'll be streaming for the last hour. I'll continue to stream like I do every quarter on the channel, like I have been doing every quarter on the channel into earnings call, and then we'll play earnings call on the channel. And so this quarter, what I wanted to do different is I wanted to have guests on during that 2.5 hour, 3 hour span that I'm live streaming. And so I've invited, so far, I've gotten confirmation from Emmett. Emmett Peppers will be coming on during that as a guest. Matt Smith will be coming on as well. And Dave just messaged me back this morning saying he will be happy to come on as well. So far, I've got those 3. I'm shooting for about 5 guests to come on during that time. Benjamin, thank you for the super chat. Let me see if it's going to talk. Thanks for all you do, Yash. Hit that like button. I appreciate it, Ben. Thank you so much. And again, if you have any recommendations as to who to get on, I'm hashtag Team No Clout. So the best way to do it is probably to tag us on Twitter, and I'll retweet it. Should I think it makes sense? Luigi says, thanks for having Tom Nash on tomorrow. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. Tom is funny. I like Tom's candid style. Red Mercy on Twitter tagging me in this. Ooh, check this out. Look at that. The matte black. Was that the gold? See, this is kind of the look I'm trying to go for, minus the gold. See, like, you could probably rock that because you got more swag than I. That's awesome. Matte black with the black handles. Black on black is kind of more of my style. Nice. Love it. 1153. We're just kind of flirting in this zone at the moment. Options. It is what it is. They don't think a gold. You guys are saying gold. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Options order flow is, let me pull up. Forget about reading the options order flow. I'm just going to pull up the algo flow and see if there's any massive changes. Algo flow, current algo flow target is essentially sitting at 1155. So we're pretty much sitting where our algo flow target is currently. Let me pull up the ETF SPY. Let's see what algo flows. Algos are a little bit weaker on SPY. Let's pull up the Qs. The Qs are pretty much sitting where they are. Okay. So we're seeing a little bit of quieting down of options. So take that how you want. It's been quite the hour, though. We've already had 12 million shares traded on Tesla. So these price simulations by Traditix came in pretty clutch. Like their bull target now for 30 days out is 1178. I think that's a little bit low, but that's their upper end price projection using Monte Carlo estimation. I don't know if that is that might not be updated yet. Pardon me. It's early. I'm streaming. 1178 is their upper target. I think this was also their target as of last Friday close. So let's see tonight how they come. A dark pool sentiment is one I do want to see today and see how, I just want to see dark pools turn green for the first time in Tesla in a while. We're seeing a lot of weakness in dark pools. And so today, we're still minus 580 million on the dark pool sentiment. I'd like to see this turn positive on the day. Let's see how that goes. Nick says, my mom says hi. Hi, Nick's mom. What are you guys saying? Let me just read this. Let me just go back in the chat. Rob Maurer. Rob Maurer is definitely always invited on the channel. I said this on Discord last night. I think we're gonna have to see if Rob wants to come on a way smaller channel than his. But I've sent him a Twitter DM And so, Rob, if you're listening, you're invited on the channel. Reply to my DM if you want to come on Power Hour. I don't think you might want to come on the earnings Power Hour, just because I think you'll probably be live streaming at that point. But anytime before that, J A. Oh, thanks for the advice. I don't. We're we've always been a tag team. We always do everything together. Honestly, it's not like I'm too bugged about it. Um, Fair enough. Yay. Good day from Seattle, Michael. How's it going? Good day to you too. Yeah, good day indeed, folks. We are sitting up $96 on the day for Tesla, despite all the shenanigans that have been up and down this morning from 1169 all the way down. By the way, I find it hilariously entertaining that our high of day is 1169. But folks, we're up $96 on the day. I hate to do this because it's been over a year, but pre-split, we're up almost $500. $500. Brad says, what website are you using? Traditix. Check the description for a discount code. We're up $96 today. $96 today. It's huge. Yeah, it's insane. I hate doing that because it's like, yeah, like we've already split like over a year and like 3 months ago at this point. Like, why do you keep referring to stuff pre-split? I don't know. I just like having stuff in context of where where we kind of came from and how insane in retrospect a lot of these moves can be. Even on the downside, when you see those really big red days, it's huge. What do you think about Lucid? Says Toe. 1156, folks. Perhaps we break through the 1160 elusive barrier that we have currently sitting on Tesla. What do you think about Lucid? No opinion really on the car. I wish them the best. Their valuation is quite high, but not as high as Rivian. So I think they might. I'm personally not in Lucid or Rivian. I bought Lucid. As you guys know, I traded Lucid pre-SPAC or during SPAC when it was CCIV from $15 all the way up to 50 or whatever it hit in stocks and options. I came back out when they delayed production from spring of 2021 to end of the year. And I said that I'd revisit it if once they started putting in cars and deliveries. I've revisited that, and I just don't know about the valuation. As we currently kind of sit here, and let me pull this up. Lucid's at $39. Lucid is worth $65 billion. And it's, wow, what a day it's having too, hey? This is the thing. Tesla is taking all of the auto market up with it, right? 1157, 1158 here, folks. Let's rally. So I don't know. I just, at that valuation, there's two arguments to be made. One is it's overvalued for what you might believe in terms of their tech and their deliveries to date and what they might do in the future and in terms of their scalability. And the second argument that I think someone like Dan Ives makes, for example, I think if you read in between the lines, is to the effect of, well, like, look, like Lucid, Rivian, like these are the pure EV plays. This is all we kind of got. Like, it's not like we have 20 different options for EV automakers in North America, pure EV automakers. And so when the pickings are slim, these are kind of the issues that you kind of face. I don't like I would not personally buy Lucid at 39. At 30, I might revisit it. I don't think it comes back to 30 though. I don't think the market remember the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. I see you guys are throwing in some green tidal wave, says Hillary. Yes, indeed. Dan Ives didn't mind that joke though. I got a follow from the man himself a day after I posted that reaction video. So maybe that's like his secret drinking game. 1159, folks, sitting on Tesla here as we currently go back up. Maybe I should have Dan. Maybe I should reach out to Dan and see if he wants to come on the channel. You guys are hilarious. 1200 today. Ooh, folks, I hope so. 1158 currently sitting on Tesla. If you're new here and you like the content, consider hitting subscribe and consider hitting like. We're sitting at 290 likes. Oh, 291. Oh, 292. Someone's listening and liking. I appreciate you guys liking the channel or liking the stream, folks, and subscribing to the channel. And if you have any feedback on videos, formats, what to add on the channel, ways to make it better. This is I kind of look at this as a collective channel, right? Don't want to just do my thing. I want to take feedback from you folks, and I have been over the year, and implement it to make the channel better for everyone. What makes Tesla so volatile? Oh, 1160, folks. Here we go. Okay, 1160. Let's go. 1160. We are sitting $9 away from high of day. Almost there. What makes Tesla volatile? Tesla's always been one of those stocks. 1161. All right, folks. Get your seatbelts on. Let's go streaming. 1160, 1161, 1162. Folks, all right, let's go. 10% up on the day so far. We're over $104 up on the day. There we go. There we go. 1200. Wouldn't complain with 1200, folks. See it in the chat. Would not complain with 1200. Buckle up. All right. I'm going to throw a wrench in this stream for a hot second. I've got some banana chips, okay? Haven't tested this out on the stream, but I'm hungry. And I don't want oranges this early in the morning, although I've peeled one. Let's see how the banana chips work. West Coast waking up. Hey, I'm up. It's 11:50 here in the morning. Juju gang, here we go. Juju's a breakfast food, Yash. Hillary, I agree with that sentiment, but when I'm having coffee, it's just, I don't know if I can do it. All right. My coffee's cold now, but do I like Montreal? Montreal's awesome. The hockey team, different story. But I've been to Montreal. It's a great city. I love Little Italy. It's probably my favorite neighborhood. 1163 sitting on Tesla. Folks, we're rallying here. $6 away from highs. Let's go. I see on the Discord RS saying, is this alternate Juju, the banana chips? Debatable. I mean, they're both tropical, I guess. Trust me, I'm not deviating. Usually, this is an outlier day, okay? Outlier day. Mike, thank you for the super chat. Mike says, oh, let me wait for it to pop up in case the robot wants to read your chat. Mike says, you mentioned last week you were doing a bit more trading on margin. Not margin, but I was doing lottos last week. Oh, there's the alert. Yeah, I think I have the text disabled. With Tesla volatility, I've been trading on margin, trim the taxes, and push it into shares. Yeah, well, not margin, but I was doing some lottos last week, and which, I generally stay away from margin. But actually, no, you're right. What I did say last week was I didn't realize that I was in some margin throughout the year buying DCAing on shares. Yeah, you're right on that. I actually cleared out a lot of my margin, thankfully, on that bigger run up to 1243. But the lottos are doing decent. What is this lotto now? So the Tesla lotto that I bought for 736, average price is now 21. Obviously, when these go your way, you wish you bought more. If they don't go your way, you wish you'd never bought in a lotto. So it's the way it kind of goes. Plantain gang? I don't know. But thanks for the super chat, Mike. Appreciate it. Taxes is the name of the game. It's something that I was supposed to do this holiday weekend. I promised myself after last year's debacle of me leaving my taxes to the last minute that I was going to get it done in the fiscal year. But here I am. I got to do that. Ryan says, bro, I was not expecting you on. Nice surprise. Welcome. 1163. Here we go. All right. It looks like it's working. There we go. Can you share more about the lottos? The lottos, they were just simply next week expiration 1250s bought last week. I call them lottos because, short for lottery. I just call them that because whenever I'm buying something less than 2 or 3 weeks, it's such a gamble that I just call them a lottery. And I assume when I'm putting in the order, that however many I'm buying, I'm assuming that this is going to go to zero, and I buy with that intention. Because when you're buying options that are expiring in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks, it's just such a gong show. Like anything can happen. Those things can go from $7 to 50 cents. You sell them at 60 cents thinking you're a genius now. And then they go from 60 cents overnight and Tesla gaps up $100 and they go from 60 cents to like $20, right? So when I buy, I just buy with the intention of not overbuying and just assuming that this is going to go to zero. And there, I don't get as greedy then at that point. That's just certain things that I've put into place in my trading. 1165 currently sitting on Tesla. What's your threshold on taking profits on options? Michael, that's a great question because right now I'm debating what to do with my my lotto for next week. For January 7th expiration, the one that I was bag holding that came back up here, I've already sold that. I sold that this morning. So I'm out of those ones. I'm out of those ones just because, 1 week left to expiration. I just wanted to sell out of that position. But next week's I've still have on. And then, of course, I've got my June as well that I'm currently sitting on. 1400 strike on the Junes. So we'll see. Hopefully we hit 1200 today. Who knows? 1165. Here we go. Garen says, first time on the channel. Are you trading Tesla? If yes, what's your trading plan? Trading less so. More of an I'm more of a Tesla long-term investor. What I do with trading is more for fun to buy more shares. Kind of my philosophy now. But yes, leaps, I guess you can call investing if they're in the money, maybe. but we're more of a longer-term Tesla channel here. But that being said, a lot of people trade Tesla here. Is the virtual Juju giveaway for closing price guess, meaning that you get an orange on your name in the comments? No, the orange, if you see anyone commenting, like for example, Raptor commenting with a little Juju on their name, that's a YouTube membership. So if you sign up through YouTube and you're a member, you get a little icon next to your name. I think if you're a member long enough, you get an Elon next to your name as well. So TMI. Martin says, can you tell if the bulk of buying is retail or institutional? I gotta say, today with the volume that we're seeing, we're already at 14 million shares traded. I mean, you can make the argument that retail, yeah, long-term invader. Thank you. There we go. Long-term invader, investor, trader, both kind of at once. I would say the majority of the move today is institutional. On days like Friday, was it Friday when we saw really low volume, like 12 million? You could probably surmise that a lot of that was probably retail then. CFDs, we don't have CFDs in North America. Actually, we might in Canada, actually. That's a lie. But they're not very popular here. They're a lot more popular CFDs are in Europe, I believe, right? So yeah. Greg says, I've just started only selling covered calls very far out the money to be safe. Is this normal for option sellers to start closing quarterly earnings because of the risk? That's what I did. Perhaps, but a lot of people put on covered calls. Old school investors will put on covered calls before earnings to capture a lot of the higher implied volatility. Ooh, sugar in the orange. Jan, there we go. Yash, can you ask Elon to come on the show? If Elon hasn't come on the Dave Lee show or Rob Maher's Tesla podcast, I mean, I'd be thinking of myself quite highly. What's IV sitting at? Let me check out implied volatility for everyone. Implied volatility on Tesla is currently sitting at 48 out of 100 on the 52-week rank, 63 on the 26 and the 13 weeks. So not as high as we saw it last week. If I could pull it up on a graph here, let me pull up implied volatility here. Implied volatility rank. Excuse me. Implied volatility rank. There it is. Bottom right, currently sitting at 61 apparently here, according to TradeTix. But remember, we were sitting very high for end of October, early November. This is where options premium was juicy. 1165 currently sitting on Tesla. Folks, we're like $3 away from highs. $3 away from highs. Here we go. Yeah, covered calls are risky with Tesla more so than any other stock for sure. Because you can wake up on a day like today. Here we go. 1166. Let's go, folks. There we go. All right, $2 away from high of day. $2 away from high of day. Here we go. You know, today feels like the day that we were streaming for the $1,000 and the $1 trillion break. It has the same energy. Here we go. 1,200 on deck. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? 1,200 on deck. I'm gonna keep the options order flow up. All right, let's break high. Let's break high. Here's the options algo flow in case you were looking to check. Just wondering. Yeah, actually, you truly have a gift for streaming. I appreciate that. I have a gift of the gab, as the kids say. I can talk too much. 1,200 this week for sure, but I don't think today, says Clement. We shall see. 1169 is high of day. We're sitting 70 cents under that. Here we go. Buck under that right now. CNBC is talking about, what are they talking about? Viacom. Who cares? Here we go. Reminds me of the 12% pop in last January, right? Yep. I think this time around, I'm going to try to put my plan together a little bit right now for the shorter term stuff. And I think once I see implied volatility come back up to the 90 something percentile, like we saw end of October, early November, I think I'm going to have to be more disciplined this time with my shorter term stuff than I was on our initial run up. Okay, try to hold me to that at least for my shorter term stuff. Thank you, Troy. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you. There's a wall at 1170 says mellow yellow. Well, let's try to break 1169 here, at least for the memes. Here we go. All right, banana chip coming in. Let me pull this up. 1168.62 for all the audio listeners here. This is the tweet that everyone on Discord is talking about. Someone just made a $41.5 million bet on Tesla calls that expire this Friday. I don't on TradeTex, I don't see that. I'm gonna have to go back and look for this specifically, but I did not see that. 1167.75. Folks, we're trying to break high of day here, but we need a little bit of a push. Need a little bit of a push here. Out the money, sweeps, out the money, short expiration. Yeah, I don't know where the $41.5 million bet is coming through. There we go. 1169. Okay, well, technically we're not high of day just yet. We're 30 cents short. Here we go. 1168.45. We're flirting in this. Leave it to Tesla. Leave it to Tesla to have 1169 as a real resistance. Redmer says, I don't see on unusual whales either. Yeah, I don't know where they got that from, but I can take a look after we stop running here. Let's take let me just put this to the side. Folks, we're sitting up 10.5% on the day today. $111 up on the day today. I know we want to hit 1,200. Who knows? We might with the power of the juju that we have all together. But context, we're up $555 pre-split. Huge move. I'm gonna kind of set the line in the sand on the day of what should we set the line in the sand as a good day, keeping our expectations a little bit low. 1150. I think if we close about, who knows, this may age poorly in a good way by the time we close, and we're hopefully way higher than we are now. 1169. There we go. 1150, folks, like $20 lower than so what, $95 up on the day? Like that's huge. That's huge. Remember, time's on our side. We have about 3 weeks to earnings, right? It's a great day today. Yeah, Ding says can't be upset if it stalls for the day, for sure. Faisal, I know, yeah, the options bot is not working in the Discord. I don't know why. Let me try it again. Hold on one sec. Oh, okay. It's back in action. Go, Faisal, go try it now. It's folks, it's not even close, by the way. Hold on, let me just pull this up. It's not even close if you look at the options order flow on the day today. 1168.60. This is apparently the current total premiums in the market. Apple is second to Tesla at 116 million in call flow. Tesla's at 571, almost 5 times what the second place is. Tesla's also first at $140 million in put volume. But again, a lot of those are spreads and hedging and stuff like that. So huge day, huge day. TDA says, I learned my lesson with covered calls, sold a couple 870s when Tesla was at 820, next day gapped up and kept going to 1200. I lost 30K covering. I feel you, that sucks. Rolling is an option when that happens. I think what to realize sometimes with Tesla is that when it's going to run, it will continue to run. And it's just, Tesla is one of the biggest momentum stocks. When momentum is on the upside, covered calls are pretty risky to do, in my opinion. Michael says, what's the Discord channel info? Discord is for our Patreon members and channel members. And so if you want to get access into the Discord, feel free to, if you want to support the channel, feel free to link in the description. Anyone, by the way, if you guys are YouTube members, I know a lot of you guys, I see YouTube channel member Juju's beside your name. It's fluffies everywhere in the air. And you're on the $5 or more level, you have access into Discord. So connect your Discord account to your YouTube account. You should get access if you're on the $5 or more level. That's the investor level, I believe. 1168.73. New high of day was currently made at 1170. Folks, volume's on our side here. 15 million shares traded, hour and a half into trading, hour into streaming as well. If you want to hit the like and subscribe to support. Yeah, the stock split issue is not going to go away. It's not an issue, right? Sorry, but it's a debate. I think the stock split is now again making sense. Post 1100, post 1200, hopefully soon enough. 1170, new high of day. Here it is, folks. New high of days. Folks, there we go. Thank you, Richard. Continue to live stream until we breach 1200. All right, if we breach 1200, I'm assuming you guys are going to be tuning. Like, is anyone in the stream getting any work done today if Tesla continues to run like this? Is anyone getting any work done? 1171. Let me pull up CNBC.
Understanding, their thesis, especially if you're someone that's trading these stocks. But if you're looking at it from a fundamental standpoint, especially for a lot of these mega cap names, a lot of that, a lot of what's priced in now has not already been priced, especially for the future of a lot of these companies. So, from our standpoint, we're long-term investors, so we like a lot of these names, John.
It sounds like, Delano, that you're not really freaked out by the Fed as a tech investor. Why not?
That's a great question, Kyle. And I think, the Fed has really been a great job communicating to the market. And I think that's one of the big things that investors are looking for is kind of a direction in what's happening. And the communication has been great from the standpoint of when rates would raise, when tapering would happen. And I think that's eased investors, especially someone like myself. And so, those things are big that we price in and we look for. But we also looking for other areas of growth. As a growth investor, obviously I'm looking in the public markets, but I also want to take things to the early stage of private markets. And we're doing that research and diligence. So there's still going to be offload to be made in 2022. I think so. What we've had over the last 2 years have been, incredible performance of the market. So we can't expect that.
1174.
In 2022, but I think there's still a lot to be gained as far as momentum in the market.
Right, Delano, at the same time, over the last few months, with the Fed sort of gearing up for tightening, we have seen a discrepancy within tech. What does it mean? Is good communication enough to stop the bleeding in some of these high growth momentum ARK ETF names that we have seen over the last few months?
That's a great question. And you've seen, some of the ARK names go down, and we've had smaller positions in them and definitely sold some of those positions as well as, bought at right areas. But I think those are going to be hidden. If you're just crowding into those names just because you've seen a lot of folks, especially some, not to pick on people, retail investors that have done that, they've obviously bared some pain in that area, right? But diversification is important. So if you're looking in 2022, a lot of people are saying cyclicals will perform well. So if you have that barbell strategy and you're well diversified, you should be insulated from just taking hits in high growth names, because there are going to be headwinds in 2022 for high growth names. But if you are well diversified, you'd bode well here, Deirdre.
Well, I'm on the record as saying I think metaverse is a bad theme. I think it's lumping together some good themes with some things that are that don't make sense yet. But what do you think are the most important themes that'll actually deliver in 2022? So if investors are looking through and trying to figure out which stocks are worth investing in, which themes in terms of the technology that they have and they're able to actually execute and deliver on should investors be looking at?
Yeah, that's a great point, John, because, a lot of the buzzwords that we've seen, especially with metaverse and Web3 and all those areas, they're still not commercialized. They're still not heavily adopted. And obviously these ideas still need to take place.
All right, let's go back to Tesla. 1172. New high of day was made 1174. This feels like the momentum that we saw on our $1 trillion break, on our $1,000 break day, where any sell-off is running up. I think, who knows? I think we might just see 1200 here again. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's just feeling like the strength's on our side at the moment. Options flow. Let me pull that up. Options flow for the day is Trade Ticks is it's just following the stock price at the moment. There's no discrepancy happening, which is interesting. So we'll see. All-time highs today. Oh, folks, another $100 from where we are right now. I mean, I'll take it. 1172, 22 currently sitting on Tesla. I saw a lot of comments. I was laughing during the CNBC thing because I saw a lot of comments. You guys saying, "What's work?" I just watched Tesla. And I couldn't relate to you guys more than that. Ryan says watching YouTube videos about Tesla is now my full-time job now. Yeah, it definitely sucks you in. Cameron says we need Dave Lee to show up in the stream again. Oh, we're talking about Tesla. Hold on.
Adam Jonas already contemplating looking at how realistic 2 million is for this year.
Right. And I think, Deirdre, we're going to see the estimates for 2022 sales. They're going to go up, the delivery expectations. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's recap the numbers for the fourth quarter and for all of 2021, because you're right. They were far better than anybody was expecting. In fact, when you compare them with the estimates, they're so far above, you sit there and say, did anybody expect them to do this well in the fourth quarter and in 2021? And take a look at these numbers. They delivered 308,600 vehicles. The best estimate that I saw going into yesterday was for 295,000 for the year, just over 936,000, well above the expectation of just under 900,000. Like we've seen in the past couple of quarters, 95% of the deliveries, Model 3s and Model Y. So when you take a look at the 2021 deliveries, they were up 87% compared to 2020. Huge. Remember, the goal is to hit 20 million in annual sales by 2030. So they're doing better than expected in terms of annual growth. And that's the thing that people need to keep in mind in terms of when you look at where they are at. Elon Musk tweeting out great work by the Tesla team worldwide. Now the question becomes, what do we expect for 2022? And what's Wall Street expecting? Deliveries, the estimate right now is 1.34 million. By the way, that's just an increase of 48% compared to 2021. If they hit the target of at least 50%, and by the way, that's an average over several years, then it would be closer to 1.4 million. You've got the 2 gigafactories in Texas and Germany coming online. And will we get new model updates? Many expect Elon Musk to talk about that when the company does its fourth quarter financials at the end of this month or early next month. As you take a look at shares of Tesla, remember, Deutsche Bank, RBC, JP Morgan, they've all raised their estimates in terms of what to expect when the Q4 numbers come out. I wouldn't be surprised if we see new estimates from other analysts as well. And again, guys, the 50% growth in deliveries on an annual basis, Deirdre, that's an average over several years when they said that's going to be our benchmark. So it's not that they're saying every single year it'll be at least 50%. We expect to average that over a several-year time frame.
Right. At the same time, Phil, we see, 2022 start with Wall Street once again sort of catching up with Tesla. And as someone who's covered this company for so long, I just wonder, does that surprise you that estimates were all lower? I mean, this is now a more than $1 trillion company. Elon Musk just continues to beat expectations. Are you surprised that at this point still the street is underestimating in terms of those delivery numbers?
I am surprised. And here's why. When it happened in the third quarter and they showed that they are managing the chip crisis better than almost every other automaker in the world, you saw a lot of analysts saying, okay, now we need to sort of readjust how we believe Tesla can handle this situation and its ability to ramp up production when so many others were not able to do that. And I thought that we would see estimates being a little bit closer to the actual numbers. The fact that these were so far above really has to make you wonder if Wall Street is not fully appreciating how quickly Tesla is bringing these vehicles to market and the ability to ramp up to meet demand.
It's a great point, Phil. Sets us up beautifully here. Let's stick with Tesla and bring in Wedbush's Dan Ives, who says
Dan
demand
Ives
in
is on.
China
Our boy
is a
Dan.
big part of today's surge.
Green tidal wave.
Dan,
Every
good
time
morning.
green tidal
You
wave
do
comes
say,
up, I'm drinking.
The delivery numbers were jaw-dropping, hard to poke holes in, and a major feather in the cap of the bulls on Monday morning.
Look, this was what I call almost a trophy case quarter, because 275 was really what I thought the top of the bull case in terms of what they could hit. We think it was 200,000 alone that they delivered in the month of December. You look at the trajectory now between China as well as globally going forward. I mean, we could be looking now 1.5, 1.6 million units for 2022. And that's why it just continues to be that scale and scope what we're seeing in Tesla beyond, what even the bull case. The haters will continue to hate, but you look at these numbers, I think gives a lot of momentum in 2022.
Yeah, some of your peers on the street are arguing maybe 2 million, Dan, is possible for the year. Maybe a stretch target, but one that looks a lot more realistic given this print.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at specifically the run rate in China, 2 million, it's not out of the zone in terms of what they could ultimately hit. And then you think about the chip shortage, that took out, in our opinion, probably about 25 to 30,000 units in the quarter. So you start to add that with the chip shortage easing into the first half of the 2022. Now, I think this is really just the start of what I view as almost the next leg of the Tesla story. And just importantly, that gross margin story and the profitability, that's what I believe is going to be a big part of. We have a base case 1,400, bull case 1,800.
1,800.
Speaking of the next leg of the Tesla story, Dan, what do you think could be a surprise for investors this year? Does it happen around FSD, full self-driving, risk perhaps as well, opportunity?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think two things. First, Austin and Berlin getting on board is key, because that ultimately could double capacity over the next year. I think it's going to be about battery technology. I mean, I think you start to really significantly lower the cost. That's going to be just more and more of a margin benefit for Tesla. So expect another battery day for Tesla. And you look at that competitive moat. We don't view this as a zero-sum game. I mean, there's a green tidal wave, $5 trillion of opportunity over the next decade. But Tesla, you look at the supercharger network, battery technology, and that scale, that continues to differentiate them from other competitors.
Thank you, Dan.
So, Dan, broaden this out to the broader EV space then. Who else are the winners this year? Is that the newer players like Lucid and Rivian? Can they ramp up, get their production right? Or do you think it's the legacy automakers like Ford and GM that are going to be providing competition for Tesla?
Yeah, I think it's the 313 area code. I think you look at Ford and GM specifically. I think those are ones that could really see a re-rating in the stock. They have the distribution. You got the vertical integration. Everything Farley's done at Ford. And I think what Mary will start to do over at GM. You look at Rivian, it's been one of our favorite pure plays, but it all comes down to scale. And that's why when we look at this quarter, the reason I call it a trophy case, given the chip shortage, what Tesla's able to do, despite some of the shortages and battery component shortages, it's really off the charts. And I think it just shows you'll have competition across the board. Comes down to scale, and that's why Tesla, I think, continues to be a stock that could re-rate further, potentially $30 earnings power by 2025.
I think it's 40, closer to 45.
Dan, even if they are in a pole position going through the year, as new competition comes online, do you think they have to ramp up marketing expense? I mean, would that be material to the model right now?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and that's always been something that they're never going to do formal marketing. I think for them, it's really going to be about getting cars into customers' hand. I know over the weekend, a few EVs sent emails potentially not till 2023 in terms of those that made reservations. That's going to be the key. Never formal marketing, but it's about ultimately that scalability. And that's why Austin and Berlin are key. And we think China's worth $500 per share of the story.
Fascinating. Certainly the way that Musk would want to start the year, Dan. And a great note. Appreciate it as always. Dan Ives. See you soon.
Thank you.
Coming
Dan.
up, PayPal.
Dan the man. Gotta love Dan. A lot of questions about Dan's accent. I'm pretty sure he's from New York. That's what I saw on his Twitter bio, at least. So he's a Jets fan, I think, as well. So get a lot of questions or a lot of comments about in the chat. Get Dan on the channel. I would love to have Dan on the channel. I could shoot him a DM, but I think if it came from the Juju gang, it'd probably be more organic. So if you guys want Dan on the channel, maybe tweet it out. I'll retweet and piggyback off of it. And if anyone wants to like it, feel free to. I think it'd be fun, but I'm not sure if Dan, he's more of a mainstream media guy, but I think it'd be super awesome to have him on. Oh, Giants fan. Sorry, Dan, if you're listening, not a Jets fan, a Giants fan. Sorry. That's probably offensive, hey? 1164. So we saw a little bit of a scale off into this level. Our 50 EMA on the 1 minute is 1162, so probably expect some consolidation in or around there. Volume has essentially, well, I'm not going to say dried up. Let me just pull up the 15 minute here. One sec. Pull up the 15 minute. Volume on this candle is a lot lower, so that's probably why we're seeing some sort of a retrace back into supply or into demand. So here we are, 1164 currently sitting on the stock. Still up $108 on the day. Huge. Oh, nice. He'll be on with Dave Lee. Oh, I didn't know that. Nice. Let's see. VIX is okay. Not looking that bad, to be quite honest. It's under $18, which is fine. Yields are going up though, substantially, 1.6% on the 10-year bond. Something to look at. There we go. So we're filling back into supply here in that 160 or in that demand here into 162.55 level. We'll see where this takes us. Let me just pull this up. We'll see where that takes us. 160. We are bouncing right off of that. 1200 might be hard, but I wouldn't mind if we just consolidated, let's say, had pretty good price discovery at this level. To be fair, it's not our first rodeo above 1150, right? We've seen a lot of price action here. I don't think it's a huge shocker that we've essentially bounced right off of this 1170 level that we've talked about, given the channel from mid-November or end of November, really. But, something to take a look at as we move into lower volume. Let's see how much profit taking happens. Options order flow is, let's look at here, options order flow. Actually still looking pretty decent in terms of options order flow, even though the stock is coming back down off of its highs. Order flows are still decent up there. Let's see here. Tardy Grade on our Discord, shout out to you, Tardy, posted this link with largest automakers by market cap. And I think it was, interesting to see that today Tesla might have just gained. This is what Tardy says. Tesla's gain in market cap today is higher than the total market cap of Rivian or GM. That's just the gain today, right? That's nuts. What a crazy move that we're seeing. And I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that there's not a lot of shares. A lot of shares with Tesla are locked up, right? Let's see here. Look at Qs. Sure, let's pull up the Qs. Yeah, you guys are right. It's following the Qs. So, and the S&P 500, I checked that out. Yeah, so essentially kind of a one-to-one tracement here. I can pull up bear with me. I'm going to try to pull up a four-corner analysis for a hot second. This is too small for the stream, I feel like. Let me just do this one down here. just so we can see like a 1-to-1 comparison. Yeah, they follow pretty much in line with the Qs right now. But this argument is always funny because Tesla is what's moving the Nasdaq today, majority. We talk about macro, and like Tesla is macro at the moment. Like these are Terra Cap companies moving the stocks, moving the underlying ETF. So kind of vice versa is like on a day like today where there's massive volume in Tesla, like Tesla is moving the Qs. So, in fact, I can actually probably pull up in our general market tab on our Discord. Let me try to pull up. Let me just try to do a heat map real quick so I can show everyone. Actually, I think Webull. Oh, folks, we're coming back up 1167. All right, Tesla, you want to do this again? Let's go. Copy link. I think actually Webull has it, but I don't know where they do the S&P 500 on here. I don't know where they do just like the S&P 500 or a broader index or something for a watch list. Anyways, I'll pull it up here. 1167. All right, folks, we're seeing some strength back up here. This is the heat map right now. 11% up on the day. The Qs 11% up. It says told you it follows the Qs. I think it's the opposite way. Today's Tesla is moving the Qs. So whatever happens with Tesla, the Qs will probably follow suit. And Apple as well, Michael. Yeah, exactly. Apple too. Click the ETF tab in the heat map. Okay, let me check that out. 1 second. ETF tab in the heat map. Explore, watch list. Industries. I don't see ETF in here. I don't see it. Pull it up. I see industries, explore lists, and watch list. So, whatever. Who cares? SP 500 is here if you want to see it, but whatever. I'll try to figure this out, not on live stream. 1167. Beside active, it says ETFs. Oh, folks, you guys are gonna. Folks, I'm not. Oh, right. You mean like right here? No, for sure. I can see that here. I'm trying to look at the heat map, like down here, of said ETF. Whatever. No biggie. Pull this up. So let's do some stock hopping for a hot second. Apple up 2.2% today, up to $181.50. Amazon, hey, Amazon's alive again, up 2%. Square, what a dog of a stock at the moment. Facebook's marginally up. Netflix is down. Wow, Netflix is down on the day. That's just crazy. That's nuts. So weak. Nvidia up 3.3%. PayPal up 2.6%. Palantir flat. Palantir. No volume in Palantir at the 15 million shares. Roku. Hey, even Roku's showing some power today. SoFi sitting up there. Shopify. Wow, Shopify is weak today. Very weak today. And then we have Tesla. All eyes are on Tesla. The whole market is looking at Tesla to see what Tesla is doing. This is it. So, yeah, all EVs are up today too. Someone says in the chat. Let me pull up EVs. Ford up 4.5%. GGPI up 4% on the day. GM as well up 5%. Lucid up 5% as well. NIO. Rivian is down on the day. Interesting. Okay. XPEV is down 2% on the day. Interesting. Wonder why is Rivian red today? Piton is garbage. Yeah. I know. It's just, I talked about this last week. It's nuts. It's Peloton, such a weak stock. Gotcha. Thank you, T-Mac. Appreciate it. It's okay. I can pull that up on our Discord with a heat map. So all good. Apple's gonna break out. Someone says I got an alert off Traditex this morning. I posted this on our Discord. I go into their trade. I have alert set for Tradie Flow. And if you guys use Traditex, recommend checking this out. But if you check out Tradie Flow and then you do let's say short-term expiration only, so short-term signals. Got an Apple signal today for 180 strike as the target, albeit it was only $1 away when the Apple's at 179. So pretty good signal there. There's only 7 orders. What they have really, what they advertise as really good success rates on is anything over 10, but especially anything over 25. we just don't get very many 25 plus order signals. But it's always good to see when signals are coming out for something like Apple. Apple is the heartbeat of the market a lot of days, right? Palantir leaps are cheap. Yeah, Michael, I'm debating it. I'm debating just because it's so low. I'm kind of glad I got out of commons when I did after months and months of holding. But I think leaps might make sense. Perhaps. Who knows? Jay says, should you take profit? Because Tuesday's always in the red. We shall see. I mean, there's something probably to be said with the fact that today is Monday. 1163 currently sitting on Tesla. 1164. But I think personally speaking, I'm going to see how this day pans out. We'll see. We'll see. The 10-year is putting on pressure. Yes, it is. Let me just pull up macro. The 10-year is up to 1.6%, up 6.4% on the day. So yeah, there's definitely some pressure on the yields, but the Qs are still rallying, right? They're consolidating now at this point. 1165 sitting on Tesla. Tesla doesn't want to go away, and I love it. So let's see here what happens. If you're new here, consider hitting like, subscribe, join the Juju gang if you like watching Tesla. Again, reminder, Tom Nash interview is going to be live tomorrow. It's actually going to happen on a live stream. So if you have any ideas for questions or anything like that, let me know. Thank you, NT, on Discord. Appreciate it. Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, so, did I say Happy New Year to everyone? I feel like I didn't. How rude of me. Well, no. Oh, there's my alarm. I said Happy New Year on my video yesterday that I posted, but Happy New Year to everyone. 2022, cheers to that. Be healthy, be happy, be safe. Remember, wealth is nothing without health. So, cliches. Yeah, stop. I know. Sorry. But Happy New Year's to everyone. Paul says you have to get Tom's grandpa as well. Ooh, I should have asked him about that. We'll see. The Santa rally continues tomorrow. We shall see. Chrome. Let's pull up options, order flow. Let's see what Twitter's got going on for us here. Let's see. Apple headline story. How did Wall Street, this is from Ray for Tesla tweeting, how did Wall Street get Tesla's fourth quarter delivery so wrong? Yeah. I'm not signing into Barron's to read that. Interesting. I think in a word, China. And in another word, Tesla. It's just Tesla, man. Let's see here. 10-year bonds. Yes. Let's see. What's Gary Black saying? Let's see. Hey, Gary, if you're listening to the stream, the Juju Gang wants you on. Let's get you on a Power Hour live stream. Let's go, Gary. High accolades, Gary says, from Barron's for our own Troy Tesla for getting the numbers right. Okay, so he tweeted, Gary did, this shows EV adoption by geographic segment. China clearly leading. China is just so far ahead in EV adoption. It's crazy. The 8,000 EV credit in the Build Back Better bill would hopefully allow US to close the gap. This BBB bill is not going to happen. But here's the catch-22. The fact that the reason the BB bill, the triple B bill, if you want to call it, won't happen is because there's gridlock in Washington. But the reason why we're rallying is because there's gridlock in Washington. Remember, the markets love gridlock because it creates certainty for the markets. They don't have to worry about policies being put up overnight. And so up until midterms, who knows? This gridlock is actually probably a boon to the market. Anyways, let's move into BEV share, battery electric vehicle share of passenger vehicles. China's 16.2%. That's huge. Why is my look at my Tesla ticker. There we go. Okay, hold on. All right, there we go. China, 16.2% is data aggregated by the EV volumes from registrations estimated for the fourth quarter of this year. Europe is at 11.7%. Worldwide, we're at 11.4%. USA and Canada is at 4% adoption. 4%. I think we're pretty pickup heavy in North America, a lot more than Europe. Let me know in the chat. Chat, if you guys are tuning in from Europe, let me know how many pickups you guys see around. But 4%, we are very behind. China 16.2, we're 4 times lower than China in EV adoption. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. Yeah, a tax credit is not necessary when demand outstrips supply. Absolutely, but remember the tax credit was supposed to help legacy. Legacy. That's who it was for. No pickups in the UK, no pickups in the EU. Yeah. Almost zero pickups, which is so personally I've never been to Europe, believe it or not. I've never been to Europe yet. But from what I've seen of Europe, you're right. Like I think the roads are too tight. There's not like mega amounts of construction always happening. So I definitely want to visit. I think the big reason why I haven't been to Europe is because when I want to go, I should go. Jin says, yes, I definitely want to, because I kind of want to country hop and spend a long time there rather than just go there for a couple weeks and come back. It's a different world. Absolutely, for sure. Maybe we should do like I was considering, remember doing this during this summer when we went on a roadie, doing like a Juju Gang meetup on the road trip, but maybe doing like a Juju Gang meetup across Europe as we travel around or something. Iceland, plenty of pickups here, not dominant type though. Okay, interesting. Here we go. 80% small cars, Michael says. If that's true, that's crazy. Anoop says I'd meet you. Appreciate it. Vern says I can stay with it. I can stay with them. I appreciate it, guys. Meetup, good idea. Yeah. Well, okay. Speaking of meetups, we kind of had, or Juju Gang kind of had an idea that we would do a Napa trip. And I think that might be still happening. It is probably in May. Details for that in our Discord. So I'm not sure where the status of that is. I think it's probably still happening. But I thought I might be able to swing a trip for the Austin if I was invited. I'm not sure if I'd be invited or how to get in. But if Austin did like a grand opening, I'd totally want to go to the grand opening. The issue now is with all these travel restrictions and quarantining might be a little bit harder to get into the States. So we'll see. But also I don't know if it's that big of it's like register a month in advance and I can plan everything. It might just be like I don't even know how I'd get in, to be quite honest. It says hit that road. Yeah. Coming in illegally, it's easier. Well, I don't think I can get on a plane. Well, actually, yeah, that's true. In Canada, we can't even get on a plane unless you're vaxxed. So I'm good there. The problem is testing. I might have to quarantine. I'm not sure how quarantine laws even work getting into the States now. I think you have to test when you go back, the PCR test. And to do all of that within like a moment's notice might be hard, is the point I'm trying to say. So if anyone has any details, though, Vincent says the US doesn't require quarantining. Okay, that's good. That's good. SDC. Thank you, Johan. Appreciate that. Thank you. I don't know about that. We'll see. 1166 on Tesla. We are consolidating here. Here's the 5-minute graph on Tesla. The story in Tesla in a sentence. Big up, big down, flat, big up, flat. There we go. Is that a sentence? There we go. We're just summarizing the day here for everyone tuning in new. Meliel says it's easier to get tested in the States than Canada. In Canada, it's just so like my buddy just went to New York last month and he had to book something in advance and like the test took 2 days to come back. It's just nuts. But in the States, you just go wherever, like, what is it, like a CVS or something, and get tested. So yeah. Oh, Ken's saying that. Ken, coming back to Canada, you can get a free test at CVS or Walgreens. Wow. Within hours? That's nuts. You know how hard it is to get tested here? Like, the demand of tests here is nuts. And how slow they are. Crazy. What's volume like? Volume is currently sitting at almost 17 million shares traded on the day. Huge. Huge. No. Here's the thing: you still have to get tested, even if you're vaxxed. Like that's assumed. You can't even get on a plane if you're not vaxxed in Canada. There's no air travel for you if you're not vaxxed. That much is a given. But you still have to get tested. That's the thing, and the results take a while. So, Vahut says, "Yeah, shoot, Vancouver real estate gives better results than Tesla." I'd have to run the math on that. It depends on when you had bought in to Vancouver real estate. As a realtor, you guys know this. I'm a realtor here. The market's crazy. It's nuts. It's nuts. 1161, 1162 currently sitting on Tesla. We are slowing down a little bit on volume, I should say. Here's the 50-minute graph on volume. So pretty good to start off today. Saw some buying around 8 a.m. Pacific. And then since then, we've been a lot lower. We're pretty much retracing back to the 9 moving average on the 15-minute. Pretty healthy to do that at 1160. Would like to see us hold 1160, mind you, on the 15-minute, which expires in 5 minutes this candle. So let's see what happens here. Yeah, Elon did tweet that Austin, they're going to do like a grand opening type situation. The And if you live in Austin, great, you can just drop everything and go. But as someone that might have to book flights, come through, figure out if they're even invited in the first place, it might be a little bit harder. Check out Gary's post, says Martin. Gary, you got Martin, you got it. Let's see. Using Morgan Stanley as a proxy, 2022 to 2023 Tesla earnings per share estimates could increase about 20%. Adam Jonas of Morgan Stanley raised 2022 GAAP earnings per share from $6 to $7.89 and 2023 from $8 to $10.15. Excuse me. Adding $2 per share for non-GAAP earnings per share, non-GAAP EPS implies a 2022 raise of 24% and a 2023 raise of 18%. Gary says, my Tesla estimates are 2022 $12 and 2023 $19. So quite the delta between what Gary's still projecting and what Morgan Stanley and Adam Jonas are projecting. So we got the note out of Morgan Stanley, which is good. Do we get an upgrade, folks, out of Morgan Stanley? When Morgan Stanley upgrades Tesla, and they're currently sitting at $1,200 as a price target, when they upgrade Tesla, the market really listens. I forget the last time that they upgraded Tesla, but we went up quite a bit. I think that might have been around the Hertz week, was it not? Someone chat, let me know. Did Adam Jonas not upgrade Tesla the Hertz week on the same day that the Tom Brady news came out? They listen to Morgan Stanley. Like the market reacts for, I don't know if it's correlation, I don't know if it's causation, but the market reacts to Morgan Stanley and Adam Jonas. It's true. Paul says, yeah, it was a weekend pre-Brady Monday. Thank you. That was huge. I remember tweeting about that as well. Yeah, we haven't gotten an upgrade, to be clear, right now from Morgan Stanley. I'd also imagine that if they were going to upgrade, it would have come with this note already. Who knows? We'll see. But I think Morgan Stanley likes to wait for Tesla to reach their price target for them to come out with an upgrade. 1163. Okay, we're holding true to that 15-minute, right on the down tick, right there on the demand level. So we'll see. It's Discord saying. Let's see here. There we go. 1164 sitting on Tesla. Anoop says, does Morgan Stanley really swing whales that much? I think, yes, they have pretty good institutional clients. Morgan Stanley is pretty reputable. And maybe they're just good at timing as well. I mean, they could just be releasing notes during catalyst times or something. But yeah. Oh, Adam with the insight. Adam says, last time Morgan Stanley released a note, an upgrade note came the day after. Is that right? Okay. Was that, Adam, are you talking about pre-Tom Brady that week? I can go back and check that. That's true. I don't know why I didn't know that. I thought the note came with the upgrade, but yeah. If that's true, that's good. Joe Tegmeyer has posted more tweets about the 4680 battery cell production. Let me check. Let's see here. I smell something burning. I'm not burning anything. No one else is awake in the house. Abby's asleep. Don't they say if you smell toast, that's a sign of a stroke? Oh shit. Okay, the smell's gone. I don't know. Okay, I'm out of the coffee too. Oh god, look at this. This is hitting headlines. That wasn't a joke, but you guys are saying the shorts are burning. The money's burning. Toyota to launch own operating software vying with Tesla and Volkswagen. Interesting. Let's read this. This just came out. Toyota Motors plans to develop its own automotive software platform by 2025 that handles everything from basic functions to advanced applications like autonomous driving. It's just that easy, hey? The Japanese automaker will join rivals like Tesla and Volkswagen, as well as other tech companies in the competition to set the standards for the software powering the next gen of vehicles. Toyota aims to put Arene in its own vehicles by 2025. It aims to do it in 3 more years. Okay. After that, automaker will make the software available to affiliates, including Subaru, along with other manufacturers, startups working on the self-driving cars. Okay. Its company is considering monetizing its system through a licensing model. Why wouldn't other automakers just license what Tesla has tomorrow? Why wait 3 years for Toyota to come out with this? I don't know. Arene will have basic components: the steering wheel, brakes, accelerator, for example, and managed safety systems as well, such as location and traffic information. All vehicles with the OS, regardless of make or model, will have access to shared functions. Okay. I don't know why. Toyota faces competition in the field from Volkswagen. Oh yeah, that's where they're facing competition from, which is working on its VW.OS operating system, and Daimler, which plans to roll out their OS in 2024. Daimler and Volkswagen are their competition, says Nikkei. Okay. Tesla is developing its own software and systems towards its goal of full self-driving vehicles, and like Toyota, it aims to market to other companies as well. Tech companies like Apple, which is rumored to be. I'm tired of all these of all these Apple rumors. Apple, you need to put up or shut up. I love Apple. I'm a classic, if you want to call it Apple fanboy, call me an Apple fanboy. I love Apple. I just hate these headlines. Either put up or shut up. Either confirm or deny it. Anything that we've ever heard around the project has been through sources and rumors, and there may be a department for it as well. But like Apple, you got to come out and actually confirm something for once. I know they don't. I know that's their MO. The competition to add value to vehicles has been shifting from hardware to software. Okay, so interesting. Toyota looks to lift the share of software specialists in its hires from fresh engineering graduates to between 40 and 50% this spring to about 20%, from about 20% previously. I think if you're a new grad, 1165 sitting on Tesla. If you're a new grad, I mean, Toyota's probably not your first. I mean, who knows? Depends on what your background might be as well in terms of what you want to get into. But Tesla is probably the most popular place for new grads to go into. So interesting. Pat, how's it going? Pat says headlines are for clicks. That's all. Yes, and unfortunately, it worked on me. See, like this, I clicked on. It's not that clickbaity, but you're totally right. I'm kind of doing that a little bit now. Is like I won't even click on stuff if I find it too clickbaity. So that's just kind of where we're at. Make my own ETF. I don't know if that's in the cards for me, but I appreciate the vote of confidence. 1167 currently sitting on Tesla stock. Folks, do we hit 11? Do we hit 1200 today? The ticker would be Juju. I like it. Do we hit 11? Do we hit 1200 today? Chat, let me know. What do you guys think? Oh, folks. Just as we said that, 1169. We're popping. All right, let's see if 1170 can break here. We're popping. Popped about $7 here in the last 2 minutes. Nice. Okay, there we go. Just when I think I'm out of energy and the stream, we're gonna retire for the day, Tesla pops. It just knows. The algorithm knows how to go. All right, folks, let's go. Let's rally. What are you guys saying? Let's say chat says we can do it. 1200. Tesla can do anything. Tesla can definitely do anything for sure. Jesper says we're having issues with 1175. I'm with you on that, Jesper. I think 1175 is the first level to look at. MM says no, 1200. Don't get too greedy. I totally feel that sentiment as well. Juju Gang, here we go. Let's go. 1170. We broke the 70 mark again. Here we go. Sam. Yeah, Sam, I don't definitely not retired. I'm a realtor. So I'm quite blessed in the way, and I own online businesses, so quite blessed in the way that I can schedule my day around stuff. So Chris says you're a realtor. I'm gonna hit you up. Hit me up, Chris. Appreciate it. Shoot me a Twitter DM or whatever. I'd be happy to help. 1169.96 on Tesla, folks. Here we go. 1170. Options order flow is not looking too massive. I've got a Joe Tegmeyer tweet I want to pull up, but after this rally, so-called rally here. Actually, let me pull it up now. Options algo flow is looking good, looking decent. Not massive amounts of divergence happening, but there is. And Joe Tegmeyer has tweeted some interesting special deliveries at Giga Texas, including the 4680 modular production equipment being loaded into the third floor of the battery cell structure. Busy Monday. How does he get this info? Wow. This is priceless. That's massive. Wow, that is huge. That's nuts. Huge respect to you, Joe, if you're listening. Wow. Safa says you graduated with an economics degree, but you became a realtor. Can you tell us about the decision? I took economics and business in uni. I worked in startups. I worked in sales. I worked in real estate marketing after my time in working at a San Fran-based sales organization, a software sales organization. Then moved into real estate marketing, where I was in sales and became our team lead for account execs. And then from there, became licensed because it was real estate marketing. Me and my buddy, we were just tired of kind of working 9 to 5s. Got licensed, and then from there, started our own real estate marketing company where we taught realtors how to do lead generation online. Had a whole platform. Amazing time with that. Did that for the last how long, until this year, until I started expanding into the channel more. And then, so I've been licensed for some time. Melly says, can you perform a dance if you hit $1,200 during your stream? Unfortunately not. I appreciate you asking. Someone asked me this when Tesla was at $700 or $800, and they were like, hey, if Tesla is 1,000, you're going to have to dance. Patrick says, eat some more banana Jew. I got you. I'm not going to dance because if I dance, there's 1,100 people watching. If I dance, we're probably going to lose 50% of the viewership. And I just don't think that's I just don't think, I don't think that's fair. Drones. Yeah, for sure. DJ saying Joe talks to these people. He's at the site for probably 3 hours a day. That's awesome. That's awesome. Listen, I don't usually eat bananas on stream. It's usually, guys, for those who are new, we are the Juju gang. Juju equals citrus, citri, whatever you want to call it for the plural. So I do have my citrus here. You know what? Screw it. All right, we need it. 1166. Let's go. Here we go. The coffee tastes in my mouth with the orange. Doesn't taste good, but sometimes you got to power through it. Here we go. What do you think about Palantir? I think Palantir, I had the conviction of Palantir earlier this year, and then it just, with Tesla dipping, it continued to kind of sell, hold Palantir still. But the stock itself moves like a dog of a stock, which is whatever. I mean, Tesla did for years and years and years. So it is what it is. I think if I think Palantir, I guess I'll talk with Tom about it tomorrow. I know Tom is a outspoken Palantir bull. Solid says, if Tesla goes to 1,300, Yashin needs to shave his head. Who's with me? Solid, let's not start this. Shave my head. You know, I can get on board with that in July because it's so hot. It's like literally, it was like what, minus 10 degrees out yesterday or a couple of days ago. I can't do it. All right, 1166.29. Let's look at the macro markets for a hot second. S&P 100, SPY ETF flat on the day. QQQ up 44 basis points. Let's take a look at some other stocks here. Amazon still up. Apple sitting close to high of day. Okay, that's good. This is good for the markets. When Apple's sitting at high of day, you might see some momentum shift back into Apple, but generally good for the market. VIX is coming back down. That's good to see. Yields are holding steady, not massively huge, not massively running here like they were this morning. 1164 on Tesla. Jen, thank you. Jen says I like your hair. I appreciate it. Shave my eyebrows. What what's up with the chat? What's up with chat? And and you guys wanted to shave me some way. Okay, Jen says if Tesla goes to 1400 by end of the month, he actually saves his beard. Fine, I can get on board with shaving the beard. Fair enough. If it hits 1400 by the end of the month, okay, fine, I'll shave. Marco, how's it going? Bald. You guys. Hey, you know what? Is this a question because mate Kevin just went bald? Did you guys see that? You guys, yeah, Meek Kevin just shaved his head. Chat, you guys are hilarious. Did he lose a bet? I don't know. I haven't watched his video yet today, but I saw his tweet. I don't know. I almost went bald once. I when I first started cutting my own hair in grade 10, 15 years old, I got a bald spot. I cut my hair perfectly. Asked my sister to kind of line me up on the back. The first time I was ever cutting my hair. 15 years old. Middle of summer, middle of basketball tournaments. It was the worst possible time to have a bald spot on the back of your head. She went up, she lost the guard, clipped the back of my head, huge bald spot, right? Sucked. I was debating at that point. Now's the point where I either go fully bald or I just rock this mistake. Your boy rocked the mistake. I had to do it. I didn't want to go bald. It just is what it is. I just rocked it. And you know what? That probably helped my confidence a little bit. Probably not. But since then we've been okay. Haircuts are so expensive now. Yeah, it's not even about how expensive they are. I just cut my hair because it's faster for me to cut my hair than it is for me to book an appointment at a barber, especially now with COVID. To book an appointment at a barber, go there, have that treatment. I get it. If that's part of I have a lot of friends that just love the barber treatment. Makes total sense. Just not for me. I can just do it within 10 minutes before I shower. Done. How many interventions have I had on FSD? I don't have FSD. I'm not in beta. There is no beta in Canada. I couldn't even get it if I wanted to. So. That's nice. If I ever get sleeves, you know what? I might get a sleeve one day. I might get a sleeve one day. I'm on it. John says the amount of time you sit wasting for time for a haircut is ridiculous. Absolutely. 100%. How do you cut the back of your head, says Gentry. I have a double mirror setup. So I've got the mirror on the bathroom vanity, and then I have another mirror on like a swivel. And now it's just honestly, like I don't say this to does this even sound cocky? It doesn't. Cutting your own hair is not cocky. But at this point, it's just kind of muscle memory, to be quite honest. It's been so many years. Other than lining yourself up. Lining yourself up can be hard, but you need a liner. But it's possible. Solid says, yeah. I say, yeah, she can't. Solid's all about making me suffer today. Solid says, yeah, she can't get a haircut until Tesla reaches 10,000. Who's with me? It's always the who's with me. Who's with me? You know what? I had hair down to my shoulders in uni. So, get an Elon haircut? Oh, yeah. I might do an Elon haircut. Who knows? I just don't like how it's just too short for me. My head is not that perfectly shaped for it to be a 0 on the side. I can go a 1 on the side. A 0 is a little bit aggressive for me. So we'll see. 1164 sitting on Tesla. Back to Tesla talk for a hot second. All right. What do we got here? Let me just pull up options. Let's see here. How are the dark pools looking at? What tweets do we got going on? Ooh, some breaking news. Sawyer says heated wipers coming soon to Tesla Model 3 and Y in China. Heated wipers. Interesting. A feature that used to be to the Model 3 and Y. It used to be exclusive to the Model S, right? That's wow. So software update. So is there a chance that cars in North America? Well, probably not. I think in China they also got the heated steering wheel. Whereas, chat, let me know. Did Tesla get heated steering wheels in North America yet? Yeah. I don't know if they did. They may have. Juju, any French skills? Comment ça va? Ça va très bien. 1165 sitting on Tesla. There we go. All right. Mon français est horrible. Better check with the wifey before cutting the beard or the hair. She generally likes shorter hair on me, and she was very anti-beard originally when I started growing out my beard years and years ago. But now it's just creature of habit, right? So I think she probably appreciates the beard. I actually don't think she likes it when I shave. I just like lose 5 years probably off of off my face. The Cybertruck wiper is something to think about. I don't know how that's going to happen. You guys are saying the Model Y has the steering. Okay, so the Model X has it. Yes, sorry, I meant for the Model 3 and Y. So if you, who's this? Brian. Brian's saying my Model Y in Iowa has it. So you must have ordered it pretty recently, then, right? Nate says yes, I took delivery on the Y on New Year's Eve, and it has the security. Okay, so sometime this summer they must have changed that. Ours doesn't. You apply Rain-X on the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck wiper doesn't look too hot, hey? But I think you need a wiper, especially like Cybertrucks in Vancouver. Can you imagine without wipers? Oh my god! Like in Florida, totally makes sense. How many times does how many times does it rain in Florida? Well, actually, that's not true. When I went to Orlando in the summer, it literally rained every day for an hour in the middle of the day, thunderstorms. But you get my point. Here in Vancouver, literally rains like 2 weeks straight, right? It's just nuts. Yeah, Faisal and Sealy is saying hide the Cybertruck wiper behind the light bar. You can hide it, but when it's running, I just wonder how it looks. And Faisal, you're saying prototype, and Elon said it'll be changed. Elon coming out and saying that the Cybertruck wiper situation is still something they're looking at, and that it's still a prototype. It was kind of a signal to the market that Cybertrucks aren't close yet. I think the first hot second during that week, there was a lot of rumors like, oh, Cybertrucks might be coming out, or they might get a few deliveries here and there. And reading in between the lines, like if Elon is saying that's just a prototype and they haven't sorted that out, so probably not close, too close yet. Let me know, chat, what you guys think for Cybertruck timeline. I'm thinking first deliveries by October is kind of where I'm setting the bar. Let me know what you guys think. Like, what are you expecting, and what are you hoping for? Nice trend. There you go. Anoop, yes, I do. RP is saying, what are we expected for hockey? Listen, I'm kind of hockey deprived. The Canucks aren't playing until next Saturday. Games have gotten canceled. People aren't allowed to attend games anymore in Canada. We're essentially on a lockdown. Sucks. Gyms are closed here. It's insanity. Actually, no. Canucks games are allowed to have 50% capacity, but by the time Saturday comes around, probably nothing again. So who knows? Agree on the Cybertruck timeline. C is saying 2023 quarter one. Okay, so you're setting the bar a lot lower. Anoop says Cybertruck is insane marketing tool once released. Anoop, I agree. Now this is the thing that I'm. This is the thing that I just can't wrap my head around. Obviously, Tesla can release some Cybertrucks eventually this year. If we see, like, who's to say they don't release some in the spring? I get that Tesla wants to wait until they hit scale and scale production before they start coming out with these trucks. But even if it's 10, 20, 30, I know that's not how they do things, but releasing the Cybertruck, especially earlier on, as soon as you kind of get capacity, it would be huge for marketing. Huge for marketing. Yeah, Ohio's everything is open. Yeah, jealous. Yeah, gyms are closed. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. Who's texting? Oh, come on. Now Austin Matthews is in Cope. Tesla Sport Resistance. Well, at a hot second level, 1170 is the first. If you want to be real technical about it, let's see here. 1181, let's say, is the high from this. And then, of course, 1200 is our psychological barrier moving forward. We should have pretty decent support. It feels so far away now, right? But pre-market, I was pretty jacked about 1150. Or 1140, sorry, is kind of what to look at a little bit more. So 1140. But again, I set the line in the sand a little bit this morning on the live stream earlier on when I said I'd be happy with anything over an 1150 close on the day. Hopefully that sets the bar decently. I think I'd rather see, folks, we're up 10% on the day, right? 10%, huge. I'd rather see slow and steady gains up than big day up, big day, smaller day down, let's say, bigger day. It's just slow and steady wins the race here. David says, seems like the day is flat while we sit up 10%. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Cybertruck, huge demand. Huge demand. Yes. Yeah, Stefan, exactly. When Cybertruck starts getting sightings, everyone will want one. At the very minimum, um, the Cybertruck, even if people don't want it right away, it will spark conversation about what's happening with Tesla, right? Martin says, "What a difference a day makes when Elon is not selling." For sure, for sure. I think a lot of these dips are being bought as well. If you look at the 15-minute, pretty much any dip that we've had is being bought in. So perhaps these are funds front running a lot of upgrades to come this week. We're probably going to be seeing a slew of upgrades to come. Hard not to, considering the delivery count Tesla had for the quarter. That's something to look forward to pre-market. Is let's see who comes out with upgrades. Those are kind of the catalysts for the week, if you want to call it. And hey, Austin news might come any day now. It's kind of looking like through the grapevine, right? So Berlin, yeah, Berlin. I just I've kind of in one ear out the other for the time being for Berlin. Focus on Austin, which I think is Austin. What Austin? When did Austin start? Chat. Austin started construction in was it June or July? Right. July was when they started on the earnings call. When Elon started the earnings call saying we've picked Austin over Tulsa, and we're started construction as of 2 days ago. I think that's right. July. And Berlin started when? February of that year? Someone remind me when Berlin started. How many months before Austin did Berlin start? 6 months? Like not even, no, less than that, right? What's your production predictions for 2022? I have a spreadsheet. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I show my spreadsheet too much on this stream, but let me just see if I have it handy here. 1.4, I think, is probably a conservative estimate. Again, I think a lot of it has to do 1.4 million is conservative. I think street consensus is only at 1.29 or something, 1.28. 1.4 is ultra conservative in my opinion. But again, I guess the monkey here or the wrench that can be thrown in here is Berlin and Austin. Who knows what's going to happen with that? That's implying, like, if Berlin and Austin come online this month, this quarter, this week, 1.5 plus, I think is probably more of the target to look at. It just really depends on when those factories come online. So we shall see. Mods, let's report this spammers in the chat. Berlin is all about the bureaucracy. Unfortunately, a lot of it has to do with that. It's just very slow. I honestly think a lot of this has to do with, Tesla built the factory on temporary permits. And I wonder how much of the dragging that Tesla is seeing now is kind of Berlin's way of saying, well, this is kind of setting a precedent for anyone that wants to come in our country and build, and kind of cavalier their way with temporary permits and go ahead and build everything, assuming everything's going to get approved. All right, well, I mean, we'll approve it, but we're going to take just as long as you would have taken if you just waited for the temporary permits. I think one thing that's positive is Tesla can be hoarding these production cars and testing them right now and just go out guns a-blazing once the production factory is approved. So that's another thing Shooter says, right? Shooter McGavin says create 1,000 jobs. Is why wouldn't they want this factory to come online with the amount of jobs it's going to create? I think at a certain point, once Tesla's hired temporarily, or permitting that they're going to get approved here, hired these employees, how long until the employees starts putting up a strike or throwing up arms and saying, hey, listen, like, get this thing approved? Yeah. Rob, Yash, do we know? Pardon me. I'm eating some juju. Should I open another one up? Rob says, Yash, do we know what vehicles the Phase 2 expansion in Shanghai will produce? Didn't I read that that's LFPs? I mean, there might be 4680s. I don't think anyone knows for a fact, but I think it might be LFP related. But that's huge, right? Like, that's just started last month. Giga Berlin started in June 2020. Was it really June? I thought it was earlier than that. Yeah, Martin, exactly. Oish Kenna says, do you think the housing market will have a correction anytime soon, or is it just starting? Answer, realtor man. Dan's puppet. I have a general philosophy with the housing market, is that if you have a long enough time horizon, like, I don't really I usually advise clients not to play trading with housing. Housing, you have to have a long-term time horizon when you're buying. If you have a 5 to 10 year time horizon when you're buying houses in good cities, buying good houses, apartments, whatever it might be, good land, generally speaking, in a longer term time horizon, you should be good. The problem is when people try to buy, and every now and then I'll talk to a client and they'll say, I was thinking about buying because next year is going to be hot, and then I'll probably flip in a year and a half, 2 years. And though that might be the case that you flip your place, I just don't think that's the way to have long-term success in real estate. Buy and hold is the way to go. Acquire assets, rent them out if you need to, but have a long-term time horizon, because the market can go down for 2.5 years, 3 years, right? Stefan says, you staying live till closing? Wow, setting the bar high. Man, no, probably not. Wow. For me to stay up, how many hours have I been live now? 3. Okay. 3 more hours? I don't think I could go 3 more hours of live streaming. By the way, if you've been here to the start, I see a lot of familiar faces from the minute I started live streaming, still commenting. I appreciate you guys. If you guys just started tuning in, appreciate you guys too. 620 likes. Can we get to 1,000 likes? Can we get to 1,000 likes? 624. Thanks, folks. You guys are hitting like. Kill Roth. Hit subscribe, join the family if you want to as well. If you want to join the Juju Gang, by the way, thank you, John. Appreciate that. If you want to join the Juju Gang, by the way, link for Patreon and channel membership is in the description. I appreciate every single one of the Patreon members on the channel. You guys make this happen. And you guys have built the the best Tesla community, in my opinion. I'm biased. You guys are so positive, so happy, so helpful. Positivity wins at the end of the day. That's what the GG Gang is about. Thank you, Victor. Just wondering says, dude, just take lunch off, come back at 2. Oh, I guess you mean power hour? Debatable. Today's Avi's days off. It's her day off today, so she's sleeping in. We're probably going to do something at some point. Thanks, T-Mac. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. Alex says, my normal work schedule starts just before market open and ends just after close. Yeah, that sucks. It is what it is. I remember trading during when I had 9 to 5, trading in between. Just not the same, for sure. Alex says, today's my day off, and I'll get to spend it hanging as long as you stream. I appreciate that. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Let's see here. What do we got going on Twitter? Pull up Twitter. Oh, my Tesla ticker. There we go. A Mercedes-Benz unveils 1,000-kilometer per charge Vision EQXX prototype. Okay, prototype. 1,000 kilometers per charge. Interesting. On Monday, it wraps off its battery-powered Vision, which says it will have a range more than 1,000 kilometers per charge, taking a big stride with its ambitions. Daimler, soon-to-be rebranded Mercedes-Benz, announces plans in 2021 to invest more than 40 billion euros. Wow. Oh, by 2023. I was like, wow, this year? To take on Tesla, including building 8 battery plants. See, this is what you need to see, right? We can be skeptics on this in a hot second, but whenever someone says there's competition coming, you need to see investment into battery plants. Good to hear this by 2023 though, or by 2030 though. So who knows when that will really be? But 8 battery plants, like that's what you need. It's the battery is the limiting factor here. Shout out to you, Jordan Gieske. Vision, dubbed the most efficient Mercedes-Benz ever built, will have the energy consumption of less than 10 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. I don't believe that. How is that possible? Well, 10 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. I'm going to check my stats today on my Model 3. Is that remotely close to the efficiency? Like I'm trying to remember. I think for me, in the winter, an efficient ride is like 180 kilowatt hours. But I'm trying to check. I don't remember if that's per 100 miles or 100 kilometers. 10 kilowatt hours. Like that? What? Someone has to. I'm going to have to do more figuring out how this compares to what I'm seeing in my efficiency on the Model 3 right now. The Model S currently consumes 18. Okay. So I must be reading into 100 miles then. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to have to calculate that. We will likely, quote, be the first to show 1,000-kilometer range car in real life with such a small battery. Okay, interesting. Again, it's prototypes. Elon says prototypes are easy. Manufacturing is hard. The prototype, built within 18 months, quote, puts an end to range anxiety, referring to one of the key obstacles for why EVs haven't been in higher demand. I would debate that. I think EVs, the reason why they haven't been, first of all, they're in pretty high demand. The reason why they haven't had the same amount of proliferation, I would say, is because of cost. Yeah, Clement says you're about 180 in Canada as well. Well, 180, but I'm gonna have to check how many is that per 100 miles or 100 kilometers. I'm gonna have to check that. I don't know how they're getting 18 or 10. I'm gonna have to do some calculation on that to figure that out. Dean says, "How about hit that bid cruise to the Bahamas?" I've never been on a cruise. Well, this is like the solid state news, right? QuantumScape coming out with solid state. Hey, we got a prototype. We've only built one. Like, this is the problem with prototypes is you can't get too excited on prototypes when for example, 4680 battery cell on battery day. The reason why the market didn't react is because the market said, look, this is a prototype. We want to see you get to scale. We talked about Cato Road. I mean, that's pretty scalable. Like, so the market wants to see it. Tim says, Very astute point. We should carefully distinguish between battery assembly versus battery cell production plants. Tesla is going into both assembly and production. Astute point. Yeah, I agree with that. Range anxiety is not really a problem for me. Although I will say, when it's literally been snowing for the last 2 weeks here. Excuse me. It's been snowing here for the last 2 weeks. My range took such a hit with all the heat that I have on. It's not like I'm gonna run out of battery or anything, but it's night and day. So the respect I have for East Coasters or people that live in really cold climates with Teslas, huge respect to you. Or with any electric vehicle, let's say non-Teslas, because I have more respect for people that have non-Teslas, non-Tesla EVs in these cold markets, because I can't imagine how much range anxiety you might have. So yeah, it really, like, the heated steering, or the heated seats, all this stuff really eats away at efficiency. First says great news out of Norway. I see that you just tagged me in this. Let's see. Pull up Twitter. Bad time to take 2 slices. Quote: the sale of electric cars in Norway rose more than 48% last year, ensuring that almost 2 out of every 3 automobiles were battery powered, and making Texas-based Tesla the top selling brand. Tesla grabbed an 11.5% share of the Norway's overall car market. Wow. 11.5% of the overall market in Norway. Elon has said it himself, like, where Norway goes, the world goes, making it the number one brand for the first time on a full year basis, ahead of Germany's Volkswagen with 9.4. Wow. The Tesla Model 3 was the single most popular model of the year, ahead of Toyota's hybrid RAV4, the sole car among the top 10 with an internal combustion engine. The Volkswagen ID4 was in third place. Wow, wow, wow. That's huge. That's crazy. Wait till the Model Y. Wait till Made in Berlin Model Ys come out. Huge. That will be huge. What do we got here? Let's see. Algo divergences. Facebook's bullish. Let's see here. What else we got on Twitter? Dan Ives. Should I comment on Dan Ives and say come on the channel? Accumulating. Thank you for joining on the investor level. Now that you've joined and become a channel member, connect into Discord, and catch you in there. I'm gonna leave a comment. Juju gang, come comment on. Okay, I'm gonna leave a tweet on Dan Ives, and appreciate your support on that. Great interview. Let me know if you're down to come on the channel. Juju gang would love it. Go like and comment on this tweet if you want. Oh wow, that was fast. Thanks, folks. Let me retweet this. I don't need to read the article because I've literally watched the interview. Thanks, folks. Retweeting, liking, leave a comment down below. Let them know that you guys want Dan Ives on the channel. Dan's awesome. 1164.96. Let's do it. Coming in hot. Oh, I should probably give you guys the link. I'm gonna throw the link in the chat in case you guys are on mobile or something. All right, let's do it. What are we sitting at currently? 1166 sitting on Tesla at the moment. We are sitting up 10.38% on the day. Thanks for liking it, folks. Let Dan know. And Oh, okay. Hold on. Some volume's coming back here. Just when you think it's getting quiet, we see a little bit of a push. Thank you, folks. Where do we end the week? I don't know, Mohammed, but hopefully in the hopefully over 1150. High of the week will be different to see. You know what? On the weekly chat, Alex, how's it going? On the weekly, check out the weekly chart on Tesla. Huge. So I think we'll probably see some resistance right at 1200. If we could start next week over 1200, awesome. Would be awesome. Thanks, folks. You guys are liking it. Thanks for commenting as well. Ryan, Troy, Ale, appreciate it. I wonder if we can get Dan Ives. I wonder if we can get Dan on the channel during earnings during one of the guest spots. That might be worth it for like a 15-minute segment. I don't know if Dan wants to come on for like an hour long, considering most of his hits are 5, 10, 15 minutes. Something like that could probably work better. Okay, 1167 currently sitting on Tesla. Here we go. The weekly is just nuts. The weekly is nuts. $11.68, folks. All right. Couple green candles. We're getting a little bit excited here. Let's see if 1170 brings any resistance like it has before. High of day is 1174. 1174. This, you know what? You're right. Frappe, du lait, du sucre. Don't know how to say sugar in French. Sucre. You're right. This is Subway lunch. This is Subway lunch hour consolidation. 100%. You're right. Why didn't I say this already? Folks, this is Subway trading in its finest. Mark says, did we just create a gap in the chart to be filled later? You're right on the first. You're right on the first. I don't know if it's going to be filled. Who knows? By the way, I don't know if we've created another gap, 939, 957. By the way, on Webull, you can look at gaps pretty easily. I think you just go into your settings and you just hit enable gaps and you can hit like the last 5 gaps or something. We have a gap between 939, 957 that hasn't been filled. We filled it on the first gap up, but the second time up, we haven't. But again, some might be runaway gaps that don't get filled, right? So who knows? Who knows if that gets filled? 1167 sitting on Tesla. Getting used to this 1160 like numbers that I have to enunciate here. What percentage of gap fill? I don't know. I don't know the number, but in growth stocks, I'd hazard it's less than 100%. Here we go. All right, pull up the 1 minute here. All right. How's our tweet doing? If you guys haven't already, go like this tweet. Let Dan know that you want him on the channel. Thanks for liking, folks. Oh, oops. I think it'd be awesome to have Dan on. Let's see what CNBC is saying.
Make everybody just let everybody know what the rules are here. 3 stock picks in one sector is what we asked everybody for. First new buy, United Health Group. Why'd you pick this one?
Well, first of all,
yeah, never mind. Okay. Sorry. was that too abrupt? 1166. Hey, Dan replied. Hold on, let me just pull that up. Dan says, next week works. Hope all is well. Sweet. There we go. Folks, GG gang, appreciate you. Let's do it. Let's get Dan on. I'll shoot him a DM after this. Great stuff. There we go. So Dan Ives will be coming on next week. Let's mods, can we report this spam crypto person? Free tidal wave. Yes. Hey, we got a drink to that. Cheers, folks. I got no coffee in here though. I'll have a juju slice. All right. Green tidal wave. There we go. Stefan says, I wish Tesla Tequila was available in Canada. I agree. I can't get my hands on that. So eat more juju, damn it. That's Andrew. How long do I plan on streaming? That's a good question. Clearly, I have no life, so I'm sitting here streaming. Just kidding. I love, folks. I could do this all day. I literally could. That's why I literally streamed. I literally woke up today, saw Tesla up massive, went on Discord, was trying to catch up on everything overnight. There was a lot of messages to catch up to. Saw the price action, got pretty giddy. Couldn't go back to bed. You know what? I literally fell asleep at 2 a.m. last night Pacific. Woke up at what 6:20, 6:15, something like that, and then was streaming by 7. So I do this because this is quite literally this is what I love doing. I wouldn't be doing it. Thank you, Sanju. Appreciate it. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't love it. So, and it's you folk that come, sit down, whatever you guys do. You guys are at the gym. You guys are walking around. You guys are at the restaurant. I don't know what you guys are up to in your lives as you listen to me, this idiot talk on YouTube. But I love the fact that we can come together, have a community, see what's happening, break some news, hopefully on the channel, see what's happening, and be able to digest what might be happening. Aaron says, Yash, how do you fight urges to sell or trim on days like this? Well, first of all, I don't think there's anything wrong if you ever want to trim or sell or like I'm of the belief that anyone can do anything they want. I'm not one to judge. But with the core shares, I don't even, to be honest, I don't even log in if I don't have to. Don't even look at them. With the options, it's different. You want to have premium, blah blah blah. With the core shares, I just kind of leave it. The way I look at it for me is that we're so early in terms of the game. 4680s haven't come out yet. Cybertrucks haven't come out yet. Austin and Berlin are not online yet. So when you talk about shares, right? It's just the question I just have to ask myself is like, quite literally, we have all this good stuff ahead of us. What am I doing trimming now? With options, different story. I totally get it. Options, by the way, like if we played it properly, I should have, at least I could talk to myself. Can't tell you what to do. But I should have trimmed on that way up to 1250. Maybe it's sold some calls, credit spread, or sold some calls to make more of a debit spread style with my naked calls that were long. Stuff that I might do eventually post, let's say 1200. Hopefully we get there soon enough. Chan says those February calls are printing, Yash. Yes, I know. I think you, Chan, you were the one that posted on our option talk channel, right? Yeah, I mean, I bought January 14th. I wish I bought a little bit more time, but I'm still happy that I didn't buy this week. Because I would have had to trim by now, I feel like. I still have 11 days on that one. So we'll see. Marcus says, I love my workout this morning listening to Hit That Bid's latest video. I appreciate it, Marco. Thanks for all the positive vibes. Nama says, I'm on a train in Finland. There you go, folks. We have people from anywhere listening. Let me know where you guys are tuning in. Beacon says audio's breaking. Is audio breaking up, or is that it looks fine on my end. So hopefully it's just internet connection or something. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from as you, like, what are you doing in your daily lives while you listen? Are you guys cooking? Are you guys cleaning? Are you guys on a walk? Audio's great. Okay. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it. William says, good job on the interview, on the Ives interview. I appreciate it, but it hasn't happened yet. It's going to happen next week, apparently. I'm going to shoot him a DM right after this. Chill on my balcony in downtown Miami. Vincent, that sounds lovely. You want to see how cold it is? Let me try to pull up this on video here. Vancouver weather, okay? So it's 3 degrees at the moment in Vancouver, right? Let's pull up Miami. 26 degrees? Are you kidding me? How about Orlando? 18 degrees, full sun. I'll take 18. Well, how about Phoenix? Phoenix is 11. Oh, it's cold in Phoenix. Wow, it's going to be 20. It's not that hot. Miami is scorching. Wow, 26 degrees. That's hot. Damn. Nobody clipped that. San Diego too. You know what's so crazy? I've been wanting to go to San Diego. It's 55 in Gainesville. I've been wanting to go to San Diego for so long, and then I went 3 years ago, and I apparently picked the worst month to come, June. January is what they call it in San Diego. It was clouds, 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 no sun, almost no sun. It was 20 degrees, whatever, but it was literally cloudy every day. I was so choked. I have to go back to San Diego soon enough. Jaybird says Vancouver is better than Toronto. Ooh, Jaybird, though I agree with you, those are some fighting words for for folks listening out of Toronto. June gloom. There you go. Thank you, folks. There you go. Good correction. 1166 currently sitting on Tesla. Let's look at the options order flow. Let's see what's coming in here. Let's see. So algo flow look still pretty much holding steady. Option volume today, mostly calls, open interest, historical premiums. I think this is a little bit delayed in terms of the bar graphs. I can pull it up on. I'll pull up on Discord here for a hot second and see what it says. The flow density. You know what? I want to say gamma exposure. Okay, so gamma exposure is quite high at the 1200 strike, meaning we're probably going to see some sort of dampening effect as we approach 1200 as a resistance. So 1200 looks like the hard level to get through. That being said, we do have high gamma exposure at 1150 as well. That should have a support level now on the back. Should be back trace. 1167 currently sitting on Tesla. Thank you, retired bit juggler. Nice name. You should come to San Diego in January. It'll be 89 degrees Fahrenheit. I missed it. Jaybird, you're a Maple Leafs and a Canucks fan? Don't know if that's possible. Brian says, at least you didn't go to Hawaii when it snowed a few weeks ago. I know. I heard about that. Massive. That's huge. Snowing in Hawaii? What? Yeah. Like, I can imagine imagine if you're a vacation goer, holiday goer, and quite literally been planning all year for this trip, and you go to Hawaii and it snows. What is life? 1167 currently sitting on Tesla stock. All right. Let's see how macro is doing. Holding pretty steady here. Macro is climbing back up, 18 basis points up on SPY. Q sitting up 50 basis points. There we go. 1167.67 sitting on Tesla stock. Pretty slow and steady climb up on the day. I mean, we did get some massive moves up, followed by sell-offs, but we're holding this 9 on the 5-minute. We're holding the 9 on the 5-minute, and we have pretty consistently, other than the times when macro was kind of crapping a little bit. So holding the 9 is good all the way up. Continue to hold it up. Tightening range, snow in Hawaii. I got the juju in me. I'm going to have another banana piece, okay? Dried bananas. There we go. Folks, don't sleep on dried bananas. All right? Or banana chips. Not plantain chips, banana chips. Don't sleep on them. If you haven't tried them. Okay, come on. What am I saying? Everyone's probably tried banana chips. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on them. No. Okay, I see some talks about the Tesla phone. Folks, there is no Tesla phone coming out. That is, you know what's so funny? I went on a Twitter space this weekend with a couple of trading follows I have on Twitter. Like, they just trade. They don't care about Tesla per se, but this Twitter space was titled about Tesla given their delivery numbers on Sunday. And I tuned in for a hot second, 1169.20 here, rallying back up. And the first thing I hear on this Twitter space, is Tesla's got their phone coming out. Like, I'm like, where is this news story coming from? And now you guys told me it's a YouTube video. Folks, there is no Tesla phone. That's just not it's not accurate. It's not accurate. So don't fall for the Tesla phone narrative. Don't know where that started other than YouTube, but yeah. $11.70 again. Yes, here we go. $11.70. Just when I'm about to sign off again, Tesla wants to rally. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, listen to me. Listen, if I wanted to gain 10,000 subscribers overnight, by the way, appreciate everyone subscribing. All 18, almost, well, 17 point something thousand. If I wanted to gain a bunch of subscribers overnight, I would just make a video about Tesla phone and put some sort of thumbnail of me holding a phone and then talking about, oh, Tesla could release. Like anyone can do that. It's just, I wouldn't do it because I know Tesla's not coming out with a phone. Mind you, I haven't watched any of the videos that you guys are talking about, so no judgment on them. But I'm just saying, clickbait works, I guess is what you could say. Yeah, it's just entertainment, right? So, the phone stuff. So, 1169.49. I'm not threatening. I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to be real. How long have I been on now? This stream's been going on for 2 hours and 40 minutes. Nice. Wow. I did not expect to start the day like this, but I appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in. We're at by the way, we're at 750 likes. Can we get to 1,000? If you haven't hit the like button already, consider gently pressing it. Oregon Cashflow Pro, James, how's it going? Awesome channel, check them out. So many anonymous YouTube channels, Tesla channels now. I think they're intentionally trying to make announcements to blunt the real impact. Interesting theory. I actually don't know what channels you're talking about, but interesting theory. He just says, yeah, she basically started streaming at market open 30 minutes late. That's true. Since we hit 1,000 again and you haven't done a full day, just stream until close. I know, right? I don't think I could do it. Another 2 hours and 30 minutes? How are we only 2 hours and 30 minutes away from close? That's nuts. More bananas coming in. All right, let me check out Twitter. What do we got? What do we got on Twitter? Hold on. Where's my remote to move my stuff? Let's check this out. Okay, check this out. Breaking news from Market Rebellion. Folding Apple iPhone reportedly coming in 2024. Don't know how I feel about the folding iPhone. Okay. By the way, I've changed my tune a little bit. You guys know I was very bearish on the smart glasses, right? The Snapchat or the Google smart glass. Pretty bearish on that. I had kind of a 180 coming, I've kind of had a 180 on it, on the smart glasses. And I think I'm pro smart glasses again. I can save that to another video. But yes. We watched this Dan Ives interview live. What else we got on firecracker mode? Turn up your volume. I don't want to turn up my music volume. Who knows what this is playing? Firecracker mode on New Year's Eve. Interesting. That's good. By the way, my mic came in the mail. So now I'm going to be doing the Tesla review video, the 1 year review on the Model 3 coming up next week. Didn't I say that last week? It'll be coming up this week or this weekend is probably my plan. Three hours and 20 minutes out? Oh, sorry. What did I say? 3 hours and 30? Did I say 2 hours? Maybe. I appreciate that, Sanju. Jeff Sanju says, join the Discord if you want the best conversation. The Discord's awesome. It synthesizes together. It's like a beehive mentality. It synthesizes all the information on the market together without having one person's. It's kind of like 1 + 1 = 3, right? We're better together. Why would we need a folding phone? Why do we need a lot of things in our life? In our lives? This is an existential question. I don't know what to ask. I don't know what to say. See, that's how long I've been streaming for. Is I can't even do the math on how long we have until market close. So, how do you link to Discord? Accumulating. Since you're a channel member, what you would have to do is create a Discord account if you haven't already. Go into your Discord user settings, connect your YouTube account, and since you're a YouTube member, that should bring you into our Discord. If you're a Patreon member, on any level, on Patreon, 5, 10, 15, whatever tier you're on, I have instructions written in there, but same thing. Go to your Discord or go to your Patreon, connect your Discord. So other way around. 800 likes. There we go. 802 likes. There we go. Have you seen Kramer this morning? What is he saying? I have not heard of what Jim Cramer has said so far. Check Apple market cap. I think we already know. Isn't Apple at 3 trillion now? What is that? Oh, there you go. Yes. Good call. Apple 182.04, 182.17 new high of day. Apple pretty much hit a 3. Is this the first company to hit 3 trillion? I think so, right? Congrats to you, Apple. Crazy. Meanwhile, Tesla sitting at 1.17 trillion. Still not bad. Whew. First trading day of 2022. Exactly. Yes, indeed. All right, folks. I'm going to sign off. Who knows? We'll probably rally until 1200 as soon as I sign off. That's just the way she goes. But appreciate every single one of you guys tuning in and girls tuning in. Hit like, hit subscribe on your way out. Join the GG Gang if you want through Patreon. Any tier member gets you into Discord and channel membership. $5 on the investor level and up. Check out Trading Ticks if you want as well. Field link in the description. 1,070 onto 1,071. Oh, okay, interesting. Let's see how Tesla wants to work with us. Have a great day. Will I be back for closing? Probably not, considering I'm probably going to lose my voice right after this 3 hours of talking. You know, believe it or not, I actually don't talk a lot other than being on YouTube and having 300 videos a year. I don't, I like to save my voice. But I'll probably check in on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, feel free to. Great session. Awesome time. Everyone tuning in. Thanks for tuning. If you tuned in for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, the whole 3 hours that we've been on, appreciate you guys tuning in. 1,071. We'll sign off here on Tesla. High of day is $3 away. Maybe 1,200 soon enough. I guess we'll see. All right, folks. Good juju out there. Great day. Up 11% for all intents and purposes. Let's say 10.95%. And up $115 on the day. Just had to go live for a day like today, albeit only on like 4 hours sleep. Much love. Take care. Signing off now. Hit subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. Peace, guys. Thank you. Thanks for all the comments. Appreciate it. Take care. Save my singing voice. Yeah, exactly. Take care.